Buongiorno! How the devil are we all? Sorry, I'm just making myself a drink. I'm underprepared. I know I'm not prepared. Let's get the admin out of the way. I can see the little graphic equalisers. Is the sound all right? Can you see me in HD on your massive TVs? How are we all doing? Hey Carl, hey Rachel, hey Georgie F, Angela. Hello Angela, how the devil are you? Alho, who else have we got on? If you're watching, say hello in the comments. Give me the old, yeah, there we go. Cheers, Pat. And sound is good. Awesome. Out of sync on the sound. Am I out of sync on anyone else? I reckon I can fix it. I've just got to go down in quality. That's all. I'm trying to go up in quality a little bit, but the internet's a little bit little bit dodgy. I've upgraded the internet and it's been worse than what it was pre there. So let me know. Let everyone just give me a general sort of out of sync and I can quickly fix it. If it's really badly out of sync, I can fix it. It's just got to play about a little bit. So let me know. Coming up tonight, I'll wait for that. No one's telling me. Coming up tonight, I'm gonna, after this roaring success of last week's live show, 3 hours, I'm going to continue on the theme of more cocktails from Smugglers Cove. So we've picked up. That's what I'm going to do. Hang on, out of sync by a second. All right, bear with me. The stream won't die. Just bear with me for 2 seconds, and I'll sort it. Hang on. Right, let's go. I don't think the stream will die anyway. Right, let's go that. Let's go that. Right, and I've just got to do one thing. The camera will cut out, but it'll come back in again. So don't panic. All right, don't panic. Right, 3, 2, 1, apply. Boop, boop. Right. So let me zoom in there. Boom. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, now he's buggered it, isn't he? What's going on there? We're all square. Oh, flipping Nora. Hang on a minute. That's all your fault. Right, hang on. And go back to the old... settings. Right. That's the one we want. Right. Okay. Boom. There we go. Right. There we go. That's better, innit? There's lovely jubbly. Right. Admin done. Am I too zoomed in? Let's come back. Let's come out and zoom. There we go. That's better. Right. Now, are you all happy now? Are you going to stop your flipping whinging? You lot. Claire, I've just run home from the pub. Cheers, Claire. Even though it's still serving at the cricket. Nice, nice, nice. Hey Ross, hey birthday boy, hey Mark, bang on that Steve. Yes, lovely jubbly. Right, what time's that? 3 minutes past. I know where to put the timestamps. That's cool. This is another daiquiri. This is actually, I'll be honest, this is leftover daiquiris from yesterday. I filmed part 2. Well, it's actually part 2 and part 3 yesterday of my daiquiri series. The daiquiri video the gold rums went on a bit too long, so I've cut it into 2 videos. But I filmed that yesterday. And those following me on the rum journey, the other video that I filmed actually won't be out until next week now. I've started to sort of go through the rums that I think you need to sort of stock up on to complete your cocktail bar. So that's kind of where we are on the rum journey. But this week coming up will be part 2 and part 3 of the daiquiri trilogy. So it's really good. There's some flipping surprises in the old daiquiri steaks this week. So yeah, your summer tan. What's this? What's he say? Your summer tan not as glowing with the quality though. Yeah, I know. We're kind of 720. I don't know what it is. I've upgraded the internet, but it's not performing how it should do at the moment. So I need to have words with Virgin, even though it was pretty good before. Anyway, so let me go into the old graphics. Let me walk you through the old cocktails that we're doing this week, and I'll read them out so you can kind of play along if you want as well. So first up, we have got. Oh, I need to show this, don't I? There we go. That's what we need to do. As no one decided, everyone was too lazy to pick cocktails. I did it. So it's cocktails from the Smugglers Cove, picked by yours truly, because no one could be asked to send me any recipes. So I've decided to do the Tiki Bowl. We are going to do the Jungle Bird. Now I've picked the Jungle Bird. I've made the Jungle Bird quite a few times, but I've never done the whole. Hang on, it needs to come that side though. Let's get rid of that. I've never done the whole Jungle Bird from that recipe. It's very slightly different. The ratios are out, but it uses demerara instead of normal sugar, and I've always done it with normal sort of sugar syrup. So so I wanted to do the Jungle Bird with that. It's not my favourite tiki cocktail, but I just wanted to try it. And then we're going to do the Merciless Virgin. Again, no idea, never tried that. Looks a bit tasty. Bit of cherry, bit of Falernin, bit of orange, bit of lightly aged rum. So we like that. So they're the 3 cocktails. You might think 3 cocktails, that won't last that long. 3 flipping cocktails. Took me 3 hours last week because everyone was piping up and chipping in. So I know lots of you have got, hey Kay, how you doing? Yes, you did, Claire. Don't you start on me just because you've had a couple of lager shandies now. Kevin, don't fall asleep again. Yeah, that was quite funny. Right, let's go back to that. So, loads of you now have got that book. I'm gonna mix it up. I think next week, for instance, I'm gonna do cocktails, a couple of cocktails from that, from Georgie's book, Georgie Radev's Lucky Cane. A couple of fun cocktails from that. There won't be a live show the week after because most of us in the chat will be down in London town, out in the old drinky poos before imbibe. So there'll be no live show in 2 weekends' time. But next week I'll probably mix it up and go for tropical, and then we'll go back to Smugglers Cove again. So as always, questions. If anyone's got any questions at any point, I'll just make sure I've got all the chat going on. Make sure. What have we seen before I miss anything? Sipping a Trade Winds. Yeah, Trade Winds was one of last week's cocktails, wasn't it? That was really good. So yeah, did enjoy that. Kevin, Kay, said hello to Kay. Trevor, I suggested, where did you suggest the recipe? My life is busy. Where did you suggest the recipe, young Trevor? I don't remember that. I'm really, really sorry. Jungle Bird is great. Okay. 4 pints for Estrella. Wow. Claire. Right, let's crack on then. Let's do a cocktail. Which one are we going to do? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. One. Everyone, right, pick a number between 1, 2 or 3. Someone. First one in. Pick a number between 1, 2 or 3. And that is the cocktail we should do first. So, come on. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Come on, keep. God, number 2. Cheers, boy. Right, number 2 is. What's number 2? The Jungle Bird. That's what we're going to do first. So we're going to go. Oh, look out. See, you're all too slow. Look. Cheese Boy got in there first. Josh came in with number 2. There's quite a few 2s. 2's 1. Okay, well, Jungle Bird it is anyway. That's what we're doing first. So, for those of you that can't see that because you're on your mobile phones, I'll read it out. So the Jungle Bird is a drink from the post-Tiki era that has found great popularity coast to coast in saloons of all stripes. I don't know what that means. In coast to coast of saloons of all stripes. Crazy language in these Tiki books. I don't know what stripes refers to. The origin is Kuala Lumpur Hilton in 1978. Kuala Lumpur. Didn't know that actually. The source, and this is the cool thing with that book. We have to go that side, Smugglers Cove, because it actually references quite a lot of the cocktails. I'll be honest, actually come out of a couple of these beach bum berries. So it's quite. Martin and Kate have got their own recipes in there, but quite a lot of them come out of that. So yes, so that's where it's come from. It's served up in a Collins or a highball. And the other thing I've never done, I've never blended this drink. And it's telling me here it's a flash blend. So that's the other thing we've never done. We've got pineapple juice. Is that my pineapple juice? That's my pineapple juice. We have got some lime juice, which is that one. Some Demerara syrup. Trevor V, we were having a chat about Trevor V. That's the Demerara syrup that I kind of do. So it's half Demerara to half sugar, but as a 2-to-1 ratio. Yeah. You get where I'm talking about. 1 ounce, whatever it is, 3/4 of an ounce of Campari. Now here we go. Here's some feedback. No, different cocktail. It wants 1 3/4 black blended rum. Now I was using a bit of. I need to come this way, don't we? Because my little doodah. Last week I was kind of I haven't got black blended rum. And of course, we sort of have. I've got Plantation OD. It's dark. It's not quite black. It's not like Gosling's black. But it will do for now. We will be getting a black blended rum, or 3, for Behind the Bar. That is referenced in that book. So there's come. But I might actually do a little bit of half and half. I might sort of pep it up with OFTD, which is a black overproof rum. So we might go for that. We shall see how we get on. Oh my God, I'm going to butcher that name. Hello. I'm going to... something's got to be silent in there, but I'm not sure if it's the T or the J. So, hello, Jed. I'm really sorry, I'm going to butcher that. But hello from Holland. Hey, Bob. How you doing, Bob? Rodney. Hello, Rodney. Some new faces, some new names I haven't seen. We have better liquor than the Pirates had. Yes, we do. Right. So, cool. Claire wants a bit of OFTD. Claire's on the smash. So, right. So, blended cocktail. I've got my little NutriBullet out to the side there. Let's put the switch. So they go that way behind the thing, so we can't see. So we work here. That's more like it. It's back to front in it. Back to front on the screen. So first up, we want 2 ounces of pineapple juice, so 60 ml. And again, I think that's more pineapple juice than I've ever used as well. So 2 ounces of pressed pineapple juice, not from concentrate, proper pressed pineapple juice. We want, I can't see that. That's really, really small. Hang on, I've got it on my phone. Which one is it? It's that one. Right, half an ounce. Is that it? Come here. Half an ounce of, that's better. Half an ounce of lime juice. So 15 ml of lime juice. We're going for is that half? Half an ounce of Demerara sugar syrup. So again, as I say, I've always used normal sugar. I've never used Demerara. So got half an ounce of Demerara. 15 ml of that. That can sit there. And then we want 3/4 of an ounce of Campari. That's quite Campari heavy for me. But we shall do it. I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to stick to this ratio. So 3/4, so 22.5 ml. Where is it? There it is. 22.5 ml of Campari. And then last but not least, it's going for 1.5 ounces of a black blended rum. So I reckon I'm going to do, because it's not proper out and out black, I'm going to do 1 ounce of Plantation OD. And then we are going to do half an ounce of OFTD. Half an ounce. Right. So black blended rum, traditionally for most of you, would be something like Gosling's. Skipper Demerara is another one, but Gosling's would be the main one. Gosling's will make an appearance, but that won't be my main black blended rum. I've got something a little bit better up my sleeve. One of my favourite all-time rums will be my black blended rum. So that's that. Now it gets, if you didn't pay attention last week, the Smugglers Cove gets very, very precise about the amount of crushed ice that we use and agitator cubes. So I'm going to stick with it. It wants 12 ounces of crushed ice and 4 to 6 agitator cubes. So where's the 12 ounce glass? That's a 12 ounce glass. So 12 ounces of crushed ice. Get all prim and proper. And then what? 4 to 6 agitator cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what the agitator cubes will do will just keep it spinning around, so it won't be a proper slush puppy. That's effectively what they do. And flash blend, we are literally talking like 5 seconds. It doesn't say that, but that's what flash blend means. Literally like 5 seconds, because any more than that, it will be a proper slush puppy. So 5 seconds. I'll cover the mic up so you don't get the whole, and Rachel doesn't get too turned on. Right, ready? Lovely jubbly. Right. Got that. And then this was in a Collins or a highball. Again, I've served it kind of squat and dumpy. I need to stop my... I need to think... Oh, my finger will do. I need to stop the agitator cubes coming out. Oh, there's one. See how... Hang on a minute. Can we do it with a... Someone asked me on my Drink Stuff live stream the other day, what do you use a tulip strainer for? And I said I never use it. I do, look. Right. There we go. Oh, I did this better last week. Let's get my agitator cubes out. They can go in there. Scoop them out. That's better, look. There we go. Look at that, look. See, it gets very precise, doesn't it? This whole flash blend 5 seconds with 12 ounces of crushed ice is very, very precise. Right, so how do we like this? Hey Waleed, how are you? Right, this is the old Jungle Bird. What do we reckon? I tell you, that it will never be one of my favourite tiki cocktails. But I don't know, there's just something about it. I think it's too Campari heavy. I think it needs a bit more sweetness for me. Hey Martin, how are you? Claire's going from Bob. What's Bob saying? Bob's got a long one. I need to print. There we go. I'm good. McCoy. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm doing very well, mate. Doing very well. I do like McCoy. That probably won't feature behind the bar, to be fair. I don't know why. The real McCoy. I don't know. It's never really been on my radar, that one. But yeah. Georgie. Hey, Georgie. I've already said it. Did you disappear and come back again? Hello, Wardle. How are you, my friend? A few weeks, long time no see. Steve, have you tried Captain? Yeah, I swear you've commented on the video a few times. I've got 2 or 3 videos out there. Ashley, I've just seen that going all. I just see that going all over. It didn't go over the bell. I've not spilled a drop. What are you talking about? There's one solitary little bit of crushed ice. What are you talking about, young Ashley? Trevor V. Yeah, see, I haven't got the Aperol to hand because it's all chopped around. I potentially would swap that out a little bit, to be honest. Trevor Rose is in the house. I dropped the Campari to ½ ounce. I think for a lot of people, that's going to be too much Campari. But I do kind of like, it's nice. It's fun drinking rum cocktails that aren't sweet. It's fun to have like a little bit of a change up from now and again. Paul, you need that Hawthorne strainer that was a bit too big for the shaker. Yeah, but that's the point. It doesn't stop. Hawthorne strainers won't work because you need the crushed ice to come through. You want what I wanted actually. What I should have used was like a bar blade. That would have been better. Hey Gemma, how are you, darling? Are you all right? Now this is quite interesting because hang on, let's hide that. I need to sort of stand this side so you can see it properly. That's really interesting. Right now, as that kind of the crushed ice, the really tiny bits of crushed ice, sort of dissolve into the cocktail. And you're drinking from this bit right down here at the bottom. That's actually really nice. It loses that really bitter edge. Perhaps flash blending it in the NutriBullet for 5 seconds is still too harsh for the proper, like Trevor, what I forget what it's called now. Trevor Rose, what's your? Oh, look out! We've got a visitor. Come on. Come on then. Well, come and stand here. You don't have to come on camera. You know the drill. Fucking hell. Can you hear her whinging already? Look. Here.
Oh, it looks too good.
God's sakes.
Okay.
Whinge.
Oh gosh, that's delicious.
You like that?
Mm.
Not too bitter?
No, it's lovely.
I wouldn't have thought you'd like that.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Go on then. You've had most of it. You might as well have the rest. Yeah. Look at this. Look, it's half a blooming glass gone.
I'm waiting for the next one.
Okay, so that's the thumbs up. What I'm saying though, when that ice kind of dissolves, melts, and you kind of get more of that sort of water balance to it, that actually turns into a completely different drink. I really like that now. I might leave that for another 5 minutes to come back to it. The pineapple really comes through now. Hang on, there's a big one here. Maybe Ashley's on it. Ashley's got it. Right, Gem. All good here. Eagerly awaiting our log. What? Whoa. Log capping? Gemma, you need to slide into my DMs with some photos of that. Wow, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Claire, Claire says, "Oh, Mum doesn't get involved in the comments anymore. I don't know why. I think she's lazy. Should be watching like Emmerdale Farm at the same time. Should be keeping an eye out, thinking, oh, he's finished the cocktail now. Right, I can go in there and get a drink, and that's it. So, Mum, don't stop being lazy. Stop being rude. Say hello back." So yeah, I'm quite impressed by that actually. Can you see that ever so slightly? It's getting more. It's that bit. It's that bit right down there. That's the best bit of the cocktail. Up here, it's kind of really bitter. Oh dear God, I'm gonna butcher that name. I've absolutely no idea how to say that. Whoever you are, put it if you can understand what I mean. Put it phonetically in the chat so I can at least try to read it out. Cheme? Is that how you said that? I don't know. I've got no idea of how to say that. So put it phonetically so I can like kind of read it out and I'll say hello to you properly. That's woo. Right. Is anyone who else has drunk Jungle Birds apart from Cheme? Who loves a Jungle Bird? Anyone in here? You're all a bit dull. I'll tell you what you need to do. Call it blooming out. I just noticed the numbers. There's loads of you on. What you need to do is give the stream a thumbs up. Like hide the live chat for a second. Give me a big thumbs up. And then those of you that share content, just give this stream a little share. That would be cool. That would be a way of thanking me, wouldn't it? But yeah, dive into... There's loads of you watching. Flipping hell. Come on. Where are you, chatmongers? Gemma, I built mine last year, 4 metres square. Yeah, Gemma, Paul's is quite good actually. Do you know what? I can't stop drinking that. That's actually really, really good. I reckon, going back to what I was saying, I reckon flash blending in the NutriBullet might still be too powerful. It's literally like a 2 or 3 second flash blend. I'm away, so not drinking today. Trevor Rose, what's your blender called? I forget what it's called, the prongy one. What do we call them? The proper ones. Hamilton, there we go. Sorry, I'm there now. The Hamilton blenders. They're like, that's what traditionally flash blending is. It's like those smoothie makers. They have like the thing that just goes into your cocktail tin and spins round. Hamilton blenders, that's what I'm talking about. Amy Painter, hello darling, how are you? Yeah, do you know what? That's actually really changed my... You don't get that taste when you shake it. 100% you don't get that taste. I think the crushed ice just gives it that extra dilution, which is what this cocktail needs. Okay. Does it need demo? Look, how I've always made the Jungle Bird before, and I swear the recipe I would have used is the Difford's Guide. I think. Don't hold me to that, but I think it's the Difford's Guide. I've never blended the Jungle Bird. I've always shaken. I've never served it up with crushed ice. I think, right, so first up, does it need Demerara sugar? I really love this cocktail now. So I would say yes, it does need the Demerara sugar. And I swear Difford's Guide is not Demerara. I swear it's normal sugar. I think the Demerara, yes, and I think it does need to be blended. Perhaps not as long as 5 seconds, literally 2 or 3 seconds in a NutriBullet. But if you've got a Hamilton blender, then the 5 seconds probably. That is really gorgeous. I really like that. So where do we get to on that one? That's that one. Trevor Hamilton. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to polish this. Spindle, that's the word. It's got a spindle coming down. Right. Just use a soup. What's a soup blender? Surely a soup blender is a NutriBullet, isn't it? What's a soup blender? Gemma's talking to Paul. That's cool. Amy P. Currently sitting at the side of a lake fishing. I didn't have you down. Is that a hubster? Is he a fisher person? Or are you a fisher person? Ash. I was at the Caravan Park with my family. Come home because I'm at work tomorrow. I had to leave them. Oh, cheeky cocktails. How is the little one, young Ash? Claire, that book does know what it's talking about. Look, I've nearly finished that. That's unlike me. That is proper Moorish now. I think that nails it. I think it's all about crushed ice, flash blending, Demerara. And actually the Campari is bang on there now for me. I wouldn't have wanted any less Campari. I just think it was over blended even at 5 seconds. Both Fisher people. Right. So, any more comments on the Jungle Bird? If not, we shall move on to... Right, pick a number now. Who shall I pick on? Claire's pissed up. Claire, 1 or 3? And if anyone else pipes up 1 or 3 before, that's the next one we shall do. Someone pipe up 1 or 3 and that'll be the next one. Paul, there we go, Paul. Paul's on it. Right, number 1 is this one. What's number 1? The Tiki Bowl. So, the Tiki Bowl. Let me just zoom in so I can see the ingredients. Right, that's better. Now, the Tiki Bowl. I hadn't realised until literally about 5 minutes before I started this that this cocktail is actually designed for 2 people. Even though I would... it's probably the overproof rum that puts it over the top. But I should read it out. I'm just going to make it for 1 person. It's designed for 2 people to go in a 16 to 20 ounce glass, which is a bit bizarre. Like a pint glass. 3/4 to a pint glass. So, yeah, 1 person. It's pushing it. Right, the Tiki Bowl. Let's read this out for you. For those of you that haven't got the book. I don't know what page this is on. It's sort of early doors in the book. A Kontiki original, but still very closely related to any number of drinks in Don's style. Don, as in Don the Beachcomber. Don's signature secret weapon was a combination of honey, Angostura bitters, and Pernod. Pernod, as the French would say. Which features in many of his cocktails. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, this is exciting, this one. Right. I can't even say that. The diaspora of Don's style. There's some posh words in here. I don't know what that means. The diaspora of Don's style exotic cocktails was spread both in his acolytes and imitators to... I can read. I'm not dyslexic, I promise. I'll read this again for you now that I've read it for the first time. So, a Kontiki original, but very closely related to any number of drinks in Don's style. Don's signature secret weapon was a combination of honey, Angostura bitters, and Pernod, which features in many of his cocktails. The diaspora, whatever that word is, of Don's style exotic cocktails was spread both by his acolytes and his imitators to venues around the world. That sounded better second time around, didn't it? So, the origin of the book is... the origin of the cocktail is the Kontiki, which is a Portland. That makes sense now. It's a bar. Kontiki, it's in Portland, Oregon in 1960. That makes complete and utter sense now, if I'd have read that first. So the Kontiki is a bar in Portland, Oregon. The sauce is Beach Bum Berries Sipping Safari. We've got that one. So that's where that actually comes from. The original cocktail. It's actually in there. So we can put that away. The glass, we want a 16 to 20 ounce scorpion bowl. I've got a 20 ounce Tiki glass. That's what we're going to use. 20 ounce. So it's a pint. That's actually a pint Tiki glass. That's what I'm going to use there. So ingredients. I've got all these ready to go. That one is my orange. I've got some freshly squeezed orange, complete with bits. Let's start that there. That's perfect. That's bang on. Oh, I need to wash my blender down. We've got some lime juice, which is that one again. We have got some honey syrup. I'm just going to use Monin, but if you are making it yourself, I say 2 to 1. 2 to 1 honey so 2 parts honey, 1 part water. That's what I say. So 2 to 1. If you want to go 1 to 1, be my guest, but 2 to 1 is better. Oh God, I'm going the wrong way. That's better. That's what we want. Sorry. It's confusing. It's back to front. I want some honey syrup. Yeah, some black blended rum. So 1.5 ounces of black blended rum. So we're back to the Plantation OD again, or your Goslings, or whatever you've got. We want some. It'd be easier to read it off this, wouldn't it? Some black blended overproof rum. So we're there. And, right, here we go. We want 1 ounce of column still aged rums. My column stills, what have we got to start off with? Now, this is quite interesting. One of the reasons I picked this cocktail was because for the video that's coming out next week, not this week coming, but next week, I've started to give you the journey of what rums that I think you should buy in the book. Now, the thing I say, I think this book nails it up until a point. In some categories, for those of you who've got the book, I'm not going to explain it too much, but for those of you who've got the book, when you see sort of halfway through, you can see where my little black tab is. It kind of explains what rums you kind of need in there. I think for the categories it mentions, in 2 categories in particular, it goes massively over the top. Massively over the top. I'm not saying they're bad rums, I'm saying you don't need to spend that. So I've kind of put it in my thing. So in this category, we want some column aged rum. So I've got these guys. We've got Havana Especial, we've got Bacardi 4-year-old, or we've got the 2 Barcellos. Now, after... Oh, God, I've gone the wrong way. Back to front again. Flipping hell. Right, here we go. That's better. So, Barcello, Havana. That's better. Right. And actually, I should do that the other way around. So, there we go. And that's there. So, they are... the 4 column, where are we? Column still aged rums. They are the 4 column rums that I've got, column still rums. I don't think the book, as I say, the book goes way over the top. You know, the book, some of the rums in there are literally like 30, 35, 40 pound a bottle for what it thinks you need to make these cocktails. So I've broken that down into where we're starting off. And these are the 4 column still rums that we've got. I think I was going to open this out. Oh, I've got the chat closed, didn't I? Sorry. Let's open the chat. I don't know where you all are. Sorry. Right. I'll come back to that. Bob, you're the first one. I think personally, I'm actually going to go with the Bacardi 4-year-old for a reason. Trevor Rose knows the reason, and a few others that may have dipped into the conversation. Actually, it was in the other Discord, wasn't it? Trevor knows the reason, but I'm not going to give it away for anyone else. So I think I'm going to go for the Bacardi 4-year-old here. But if anyone's got any other rums they would like me to use instead of that Bacardi 4-year-old, then let me know. Right, Bob, what's Bob saying? I made a coffee and rum, meant to use... Oh, coffee. Meant to use 10-to-1, actually used for recording. Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. John, Claire, you and Martin. Page 68. There we go. So this cocktail is on page 68 of the book. Who's that? Martin. Martin's got the book. Awesome. You and me. Who's you and me? Claire, are you tipsy? What's going on, Claire? Ash. Oh, Ash talking about little baby. That's cool. I'm sure you could do a 2-person. Mummy B. Paul. Wow, that first cocktail. I can't speak. I tell you, that's what it is. It's one of these things. When I'm reading, things don't make sense, especially when they use weird words like this. I still don't know what that means. What's diaspora? Diaspora. D-I-A-S-P-O-R-A. Diaspora. What's that? Never heard of that before. But there we go. That's what. Yes, Georgie F. So that's what we're going to do. Georgie F. That's what we're going to do next week. Am I right side? Yeah. So Georgie F's got that one. Let's get Tropical from Georgie Radev. Georgie Radev is the owner and the creator of Lucky Cane in London. Georgie, when are we all having a road trip? Oh, Lucky Cane. Lucky Cane will probably happen after Imbibe. For those of you coming down to Imbibe, Lucky Cane may potentially, it normally is the call Monday, not why I say normally, it didn't happen last year obviously, but it's normally the call after Imbibe. So it might be a Lucky Cane night on 2 weeks on Monday. We shall see. Oh, here we go. Trevor V. Trevor V's in the... Look, Claire, look, you're talking about me, can't speak. Look at Claire. Claire can't even type. Look at this, look. Double cock 8. Okay, that's what she was meant to put, look. On about me. Right, here we go. Diaspora, what's that mean? Diaspora means varied or multitude. Why doesn't it? Why has it got diaspora in quotation marks then? Why doesn't it just say the varied... That doesn't make sense. The variation of Don's exotic cocktails. That'd be a better word, wouldn't it? The variations. Jesus. Or multitude. These books that try to be posh, just write in normal speak. There we go. Right, what does Mummy B rate it? What, the book or the cocktail? Don't know. Right, we're caught up with the chat. Let's crack on. So I'm going to use Bacardi 4-year-old, as no one's piped up and said anything different. And there's a reason which will all be revealed tomorrow. Dropping tomorrow. Bank holiday Monday, hollybobs. Right, so there we go. So ingredients, we've got 1.5 ounces of orange, we've got 3/4 ounce of lime, we've got 1 ounce of honey, we've got 1.25 ounce of black blended, we've got 1 ounce of overproof, and we've got 1 ounce of a column stilled aged rum. All right, so diaspora means exiled. Does exiled fit in that quote? The exile. No. I think the two Trevors are going head to head now on what diaspora means, if I'm even saying that right. Diaspora? There's no other way to say it, surely. Diaspora. Diaspora. No, it's diaspora, it's got to be. So in this thing, it can't mean exiled. It has to be Trevor's thing. But why it would just be easier to put the variations of Don's exotic cocktails. That would make total sense as the diaspora of Don's exotic cocktails. Authors. Hey, published authors. Right. Am I... Yeah, we can make cocktail there. Right. I tell you, this is still really good. As that melts even more, that's what it is. Nailed it. Flash blend, 2 or 3 seconds with crushed ice, Demerara. That is beautiful. Oh, I forgot one ingredient. I had the whole point, the whole story is why I got excited. The final ingredient of this is 2 dashes of Herbistora. Now, I've made this previously before, a few years ago, when I actually got Don's book for the first time. That was the first one I got, the Sipping Safari, and realised it wasn't the best one, so I very quickly got Beach Bum remixed on there. Now, Herbistora is one of Don the Beachcomber's, Beach Bum Berry. No, it was Don the Beachcomber's secret kind of potions. What it essentially was is a mixture of herb saint and Angostura bitters. Because they used to use it so much, instead of having 2 different things, he had one thing in a bottle. So kind of like this, but that's kind of my Angostura bitters blend at the moment. And I need to get a few more of those. I quite like those. I need to steal some out of drink stuff because I've got quite a few in there. So now, what that is, so Herbistora, as I say, it's a blend of herb sant and Angostura bitters. Herb sant we don't really get in the UK. We can get it, but it's not a thing. It's essentially like an absinthe Pernod mishmash. Essentially, it's quite strong. I think it's about 45-50% ABV. So what I've actually done, and I've put it back. I've got some absinthe. So what I've got equal measures there of Angostura bitters in the bottom, and then so it's done 1 to 1. So it's equal measures of Angostura, and then instead of the herb sant, I've done half. I'll put it away. Half of my Tarquin's pastis, and then half of my absinthe, which is Bereksten from Norway, Norwegian absinthe. So I've done half and half. So we've got a little blend there of essentially Herbistora, Angostura bitters, and herb sant or Pernod absinthe, that kind of thing. And we just want 2 dashes of that. So that's my other little ingredient. Sorry, that's what we kind of need for this. Sorry, I forgot all about it. Right. And diaspora. Sorry, that's Pat. Is that what I was saying? Diaspora. Diaspora. Is that how you say it? Diaspora. Ashley. Bit random, but what's your football team that you follow? I was a season ticket holder at Liverpool for years and years and years. Home and away, Europe, didn't I? I still am a big Liverpool fan. As I've got older though, I just love watching football now. I still closely follow Liverpool. I get a bit upset when they lose, but it's not life or death like it was a few years ago. I watched the Old Firm derby earlier. I watched Burnley and Leeds earlier and got quite excited about Dirty Leeds. I just love watching decent football, whether that's French leagues, Bundesliga, Spanish leagues, MLS. I'll even quite happily watch MLS. I quite just watching all football, but Liverpool, I do get a little bit excited about, but not like I did years ago. Don't think they're calling for exiled Rams. He says Liverpool. Oh, look at Ross, you glory hunter, just because Leicester won the league once. Oh, look, we've got another, the red Liverpool. We've got another, the dispersion of spread of people. What? That doesn't fit in that sentence, surely. Dispersion of spread of people, or spread of any people. Oh, it could be. Okay. The dispersion. Yeah, all right. This is really boring TV now for you lot. Right, let's crack on. I need to quickly rinse this. This is a blended one as well, isn't it? Yes. Oh, this one wants 18 ounces of crushed ice. Right, give me 2 seconds. Right, we are rinsed and ready to rock and roll again. So I'm not going to flash blend for as long this time. To be fair, I was watching. That was great this morning. If you were in the Discord, I kind of shared the link. I was watching wheelchair rugby this morning. That was flipping brilliant. I loved watching that from the Olympics, the Paralympics. I watch any sport. I do love a bit of curling. To be fair, I love a bit of the Winter Olympics. I just sport. I love sport. I love watching all kinds of sport, except flipping horse stuff like equestrian and all that. That's pointless, isn't it? No one wants to watch equestrian. That is just dull and boring. But bowls, yeah, bowls, bit of archery, why not? I don't know what's wrong with that. Ashley, if you're not man enough to own up to the fact that you like a bit of curling or bowls or whatever, then that's up to you, isn't it? If you don't want to play with the big boys, you know, that's on you. What you guys get up to in Newcastle, I understand, because you haven't really got a decent football team to support up there. So you kind of look out for other, things that you can do, and probably darts is probably your thing up there, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, you started. Right, private little in joke. So, there we go. Try pulse blending it. Neutral pullets don't have pulse blends, but we can kind of do it. I'm going to do 2 or 3 seconds for a flash blend. There we go. So, right, first ingredient, we are going for 1.5 ounces, so 45 ml of orange juice, complete with bits. You've got to have your bits in your orange juice because it will be freshly squeezed. So, complete with bitslet. Gloop. So 1.5 ounces of orange juice, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Where's my 3/4? There it is. So 3/4 of an ounce. Oops, a bit too much. There we go. So 22.5 ml of lime juice. 1 ounce of honey. Oh, lots and lots of honey syrup here. Oh, hang on, Josh. All the comments are coming in now. Blah, 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 blah. Right, Josh. What's Josh saying? You need to try Liverpool Lost Dock Spice Rum if you're a Liverpool fan. It's got nothing to do with the football team, is it, really? It's just random. Right, Claire. I love men's diving. Yeah, see? There's nothing to be ashamed. Ash, just because, you're black and white stripes, just because your team ain't good for anything, you don't have to go slagging us off for watching curling or diving or whatever. Hey, Nicholas, how are you? Bits, love bits, yeah. Bits. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you love bits in the comments. I want to see lots of thumbs up. For Ash is getting all pugnacious now. I knew he'd bite. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, the private in joke. Ash is actually from Middlesbrough. But I just, they're all the same people up there, aren't they? Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough. They're all Geordies, aren't they? So. Oh, actually, you shouldn't start these because I'll win them all day long. Anyway, so we're going for an ounce of honey syrup. Oh, look out. Trevor Rose. No, Trevor Rose, you surprised me. No bits. You can't have bits. Trevor Rose, didn't you give me grief for like filtering out bits or give someone grief for filtering out bits? Trevor Rose, don't give me that. So, quick recap. 1.5 ounces of orange juice with bits. 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice, 1 ounce of honey syrup. Now we're going for 1.25 ounces of a black blended rum, which will be my plantation OD for tonight. So 1.25. 1.25. Oh, that smells good. Oh, 1.25 ounces of black blended rum. Yes, look at all these thumbs up. Trevor, just because you put 15 thumbs down doesn't mean to say, look, everyone else wants thumbs up. You're in the minority. Oh, Bob, I'll come back to the question. Oh no, actually, sod it. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. The other day you had a video with Jaeger and rum. Is that the only cocktail that does so? Possibly. I'm not sure. That was the other day. That was a good 6 weeks, 2 months ago. I don't know. When was that? I haven't used the Jägermeister for ages, so that must have been 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I can't even remember what I did 2 weeks ago, let alone like 6 weeks ago. So yeah, I'll have to do some research on that. Gave you grief for not double straining. Yeah, there we go. Oh, right, okay. Trevor Rose. Oh, okay. You're one of those that don't like bits. I thought you were all manly with your tattoos and your crazy haircuts and stuff, and you don't like bits. That's a bit... Right, yeah, Claire. You tell him, Claire. Claire, you need to love your bits, Trevor. Right, question K. Can I just use runny honey? You can. It's just the runny honey is so thick, even though it's runny, it's so thick, it just kind of sticks to it. You don't get it all blended into your cocktail. Whereas if you just add a little bit of kettle water to it, just to make it looser, so it's like a normal sugar syrup, jobs are good. So I would add water to my honey. That's all honey syrup is. It's just 2 parts honey to 1 part water. That's all it is. But you can, if you're feeling lazy, you can just use runny honey. But just bearing in mind, the ratio is going to be slightly different, and you do run risk of it kind of bits of the honey sticking to the tin or whatever and not being blended into the cocktail. All right. So. Ash is piping up again. God, he bites, doesn't he? He bites. You're so easy to wind up, young Ashley. So easy. Right. Georgie, I didn't even know you were gone. It's because you hardly say anything in the chat. Anyway. Right. I'm in a wind-up mood today. Where are we? Georgie, I don't think I've got any further forward than when you were last here, to be fair. Right, 1 ounce of black blended overproof rum. So 30 ml of my plantation OFTD. And then we are going, oh, this one's going to be a strong one, isn't it? We are going for our Bacardi 4-year-old, and we want 1 ounce of a Colin Still aged rum, so 30 ml of this. I tell you, Mummy Barman's going to be all over this one. She's probably sitting there going, come on, hurry up, hurry up. She's getting all stroppy. Right. Oh, and my Herbsant, my Herbistora, 2 dashes. So 2 dashes, as we've done the experiment many, many weeks ago now, is about the equivalent of 4 pipettes. Now, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to do 2 pipettes of this. Can we... Where's my little white shirt? Can we see that? That's how much I've got in my pipette. So I'm going to do 1, 2. I think 4 might be a little bit overkill, 4 of that. So I'm just going to do 2 pipettes. So this one wants a hell of a lot of crushed ice. Where is it? 18 ounces of crushed ice. Have I got? What have I got? That's a 16 ounce. So... That's actually a 6. Cool. You can tell I'm doing more at drink stuff now, can't you? That's 16 3/4 ounces, I think, that one. So we've got about that. Will be, what did we say? 18 ounces of crushed ice. There we go. And what? 4 to 6 agitator cubes. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Come on. There we go. 4 agitator cubes. Right. So I'm not going to blend for as long this time. I'm literally going to do a 3-second job. All right. Oh, hang on. Calm down, Kate. Calm down. I'm in a wind-up mood tonight, especially if their name's Ash. Kevin, Ross is chatting to Kevin. Right, Kevin just had our club 6 aside. Blah blah blah. Now 8 clocks have run. Right, Georgie, that was a question, I think. What was the per pet stuff? You crack me up. Right, so just to recap for those of you who's just joined us, Herbistora. This is Herbistora, and it's one of Don the Beachcomber's secret little potions. It's essentially a mix of equal measures of Angostura bitters and Herbsant. Herbsant is kind of loosely based on an absinthe Pernod kind of thing. I haven't got any Herbsant, so I've mixed. It's done 1-to-1. But so I've got 1 part Angostura bitters, but for my other part of Herbsant, I've done equal measures of my Tarquin's pastis and an absinthe down there. So it's kind of 1-to-1. So we've got a bit of absinthe, a bit of Pernod, or a bit of pastis, and Angostura bitters. That's all that is. So Herbistora, that's what that's called. Right. Not as much of a fan. Trevor don't like this one. Trevor's already made it. So I'm going to flash blend this for even less than 5 seconds. I'm going to cover that up. We're going for about 3 seconds-ish. Right. 3 seconds, that might be a... Right. Let me get a bar blade. That'll be better this time. There we go. Got the old gated pour to stop the big cubes coming out. Stops the bigger crushed ice cubes coming out as well. There we go. I think I need to scoop my chunks of ice out because it's stopping the crushed ice coming out. Oh, flipping hell. Right, here we go again. Excuse fingers. And that one, there we go. Right, and the rest of that is, oh no, it's one more there, look. Right, the rest of that belongs in the drink there. Nearly. I don't think that, well, that's a 20-ounce glass, is what it asked for. It says 16 to 20. Oh, I'll let him off. He's about nailed it. There. So this is the Tiki bowl. This is my straw, that's my straw. I tell you, it's really funny as well. The grief I get on the Drink Stuff lives when I'm sipping out of glasses, and because it's so natural for me, because it's only mum here, if at all, if any drink. So I'm just kind of sipping away out of my straw, straight out of the glass. The grief, you can't do that, so other people, you can't get your spoon. Where's my spoon gone? You can't get your spoon and do that. You can't. I'm like, oh dear God. World's gone mad. Oh, Trevor V. No, Trevor, that is... Mother, come on. That is gorgeous. Absolutely love that. The honey makes that. I'm trying to get rid of that. There we go. That is absolute... And I'll tell you what, I will actually, because it's a large glass, I will actually put those in, just to preserve it. Here she comes, look. It's not my fault. They keep asking questions. Here.
Thank
you. Trying to get her on camera. Look, you won't even... Look, there's a big white box in the way, so they won't even see you unless you stand here anyway. I'm like just on camera now. Here.
Tough. No, I prefer the other.
You prefer the first one?
You've drunk that.
No, it's still there, look. You can have that if you want.
Well, it's hardly anything in it.
No, I prefer this one. This one's awesome. I love this one.
Right, no, but... All right, when's the next one?
In about half an hour.
All right.
Right, let's go back through these. Trevor. Ross, 4 outfield. What? Oh, okay. Let's talk. That's the cricket chat. Right. Is he biting again? Think Steve's at the side of... Right. Georgie F, we need a rating from Mummy B. Come on, Mummy B. Yep, she's tasted. I can't taste the Pernod or the absinthe in that. I can sense it's there because of the overall kind of rounded flavour of the drink, but I don't, for those ratio, like 2 dashes, you're not going to, 2 dashes, bearing in mind one of those dashes is going to be, it's a 50-50 split, so one of those dashes is going to be Angostura bitters anyway. You're really not going to get that much of like a Pernod absinthe taste from it. I really like, that's quite possibly my favourite one out of the 5 that we've done so far. So 2 tonight and then 3 last week. I really like this. The rums and the honey just kind of give it that rounded. It is lacking something for me. In fact, do you know what? In fact, I would almost go to say it does need one more. That's possibly why. Because I've done 2 pipettes, which I think is probably not 2 dashes. So I'm going to add, let's just go for 1, just for now. It's got a little bit more bite to it now, but still not masses of like anise or anything like that. It's the honey nut. I get a slight aroma actually, but it's the honey notes more than. I mean, let's be honest. You've got an ounce of honey syrup in there. You're gonna have to have a lot of like star anise or anise or Pernod or whatever. You've got to have a lot of that to really kill off the ounce of honey. It's just going to add a blended sort of rounded flavour to it. I really like this. What's this? Right. Trevor V. Used OFTD, Flor de Cana and Goslings. Flor de Cana would have been the column age still. Okay. Cool. Yeah, good shout actually, Flor de Cana. I've name dropped Flor de Cana 7 in the next video. There's a reason why I haven't got it yet. But yeah, that's a really good shout. Really, really good shout. And that will be making an appearance behind the bar. Yep, I agree. I agree with everything you've written there, Trevor V. And Georgie F. I was told as a young girl a long time ago, don't give me that. You're only like 21, 22, and how old are you, Georgie? If I drank water the next day after the night of Pernod, I'd get drunk again. It's true. It's true. I think, do you know what? I think there is some truth to that. If you have like proper, what is it, the 60, I don't forget how strong absinthe goes up to. 65, is it? I forget what the strong absinthe is, but if you have like proper absinthe, that's I'm not going to say it's 100% true, but it's definitely not an old wives' tale. Right. Oh, I think I've missed one. There we go. I probably put a bit too much Pernod in. I didn't have a dasher or an eyedropper, but I tried to use a very little. So, when you do, look, let's put this into perspective, Trevor. Right. Okay. So I've got this. Hang on, I'll get rid of this. I know my thing's taking up a lot of the screen. Right. So we've got a dasher there, and it calls for 2 dashes. Okay, so let's put this into perspective. 1, 2. I've still not even got. I can't even see it that side. Right, 2 dashes of that, and I've still not even got 1 1/4 mil. Bearing in mind the bar spoon is 5 mil. So I've still not even got half a bar spoon with 2 dashes. And just to put that into, we don't want that. Just to put that into perspective, 2 of these pipettes, 1, actually 2 of those pipettes would have been more. Well, that's quite interesting. The dash, see what dash is it using? Because if I use that, there's nothing left in this now. But I reckon 2 of those dashes would have been about a bar spoon. So about 5, yeah, these, it's very small dashes. So even now I've only got 2.5 mil. Interesting. What's the dash? What is the accepted ml of a dash. Because if we're going that bottle of Angostura bitters, that gives you way more than like 1 1/4 ml. Right, there we go. So yeah, I've probably used more than you, I'm guessing, in there. I don't know. Angela, Pernod and water. Go to France. You know this, of course you do. You're educated. Go to France and drink fairy liquids beside the river. I was going to say the River Thames. The Seine. No. What's the river in Paris? The Seine. Of course it is. Yeah. Oh my God. Mental blocks. Yeah, fairy liquids like absinthe or Pernod and water. Oh, it's just a love. Maybe some mint liqueur as well. It's going at creme de menthe. Yeah, it's a lovely way. It's like 1 part Pernod pastis to 4 or 5 parts water with a tiny hint of mint, like creme de menthe. Oh, it's gorgeous. Do love that. Really good drink. Fairy liquids. Anyway, Hyde. Georgie K. I like Pernod. Georgie, you're not 35. You're not 35, Georgie. Don't give me that. Alho. Drink Pernod without water when drink water. Right. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Is Trevor Rose clarifying what a dash is? 1 dash of Japanese dasher equals half a dash of regular dasher bottle. How many? There you go. How many times can you put dash in one sentence? So Japanese dasher. So what you're saying is that one of those is half a dash of Angostura bitters normally. So we have to double up. 1, 2. So that is 1 dash. 3, 4. That's 2 dashes. That's still only given me 1 1/4 ml. Cool. This drink's got a lot of Angosturas in it now. I still quite like it. It's a bit Angostura heavy, but I still quite like it. Lafite 68. There we go. Good knowledge. The Seine. Yes. Cheers, Pat. You know when you say something, you think, hang on a minute, you're being really stupid. Of course, it's not the Seine. I get that a lot. Like, I've got a lot of knowledge, and then I say something, I think, no, that can't be right. I should back myself. Anyway, I bought some back from Amsterdam. I'll see what strength it is. A bar in Spain serves it about 3 shots, and that's it. The Seine. I reckon a dash should be 1 to 2 ml. According to Google, a dash is 10 drops. But, okay, 10 drops. Well, this is fun, isn't it? 10 drops. Cool, let's get all experimentation. 10 drops. Get out. Oh, we're empty. So 10 drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 drops. Jesus, we're not even. I wouldn't even say it's 3/4 of a mil. So that's even less. Good old Google. Good old Google. I am. Boyfriend's 43 and you're, oh, bloody hell. 40, you're 35 and he's 43. God dear, oh dear. He needs to crack on and put a ring on it, doesn't he? I can't do Pernod with Sambuca since I was 22 or 21, playing 21 for shots. Yeah. Happy birthday, boyfriend. Happy birthday. Georgie, what's his name? I don't know his name. What's his name? I reckon he's no, I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know, Georgie and, I don't know, what goes with Georgie? I don't know, can't pick. What's his name, Georgie? Right, hang on. Oh, aromatherapy dashes and drops. 20 drops equals a mil. Oh, okay. 20 drops. Wow, there we go. That still doesn't really work out what a dash is, though, does it? Ash, yeah, I don't know how old Ross is, to be fair, but yeah, I think Ash, I think you are the little baby of the leg ends. Georgie and Jay. Oh, that's got quite a nice ring to it, actually. Georgie and Jay and Georgie. Yeah, that works. That does kind of work quite well. Right. Here we go. If 4 dashes of your Japanese dasher, this is a tongue twister there, isn't it? If 4 dashes from your Japanese dasher, 2 from a regular, was 1 mil and a... What? Right, hang on. Let me read this in my head. Let's go silent for 2 seconds. Right, you lot have all read that. If you've got your heads around it, then yeah. Right. Anyway. Kevin, right, hang on. Hope we're informed. He's not put a ring on it yet. He's not even popped the question, Claire. Like, I don't know what he's waiting for, to be fair. Trevor Einstein. Yeah, right. Hang on, what? Steve avoided trying to say mine. Kevin, what? Steve avoided trying to say. Oh, I think I know where you get at. Giggles, giggles, giggles. Right, cocktail number. I don't know what we've done now. Where are we? Which one have we done? We've done that one, so we must be on that one. Merciless Virgin. Trevor Rose thought this was quite amusing and thought this was quite rude for some reason. I don't understand why, Trevor. You still didn't explain it. I tell you what, with extra Herbert stories, that's even better. So, Jungle Bird. No, we're going that way. The Merciless Virgin. Right. Oh, here we go. We've got more quotation marks, and we've definitely got a couple of words in here that I can't say. So, but it's a name more than anything. So, Frank Skipper Kent, owner of San Francisco's Skipper's Kent, quoted some dude that I can't even pronounce, quoted Trevor in his description of his drink as unpublished in his book of his recipes. She? Okay, so it's a woman. She must be merciless. Ah, moon of my delights that knows no wane, the moon, the heaven, the risen once again. How oft hereafter rising shall we look... Oh, this is stupid. This is like Shakespeare. Shall we look through... Yeah, there's no point in reading that. This is called The Merciless Virgin. Anyway, so it is from another book. It's unpublished. It's an unpublished recipe. Smugglers Cove are the first one to publish this recipe. Interesting. And it's served up in a footed Pilsner, which I haven't got. So we will fill, if I can get it. So we'll serve it up in a sling glass. It's close to being a footed Pilsner. Oh, here we go. Pats on it. According to Difford, 12 drops is a dash. Okay. Interesting. That's where we like Difford. We can't argue with Difford because he's normally all over that. Old Simon. Wow. Hang on. What's that? I thought none of us. He thought what? He thought none of us was. What's that relating to? I don't know what that's relating to. Georgie, question: are you coming to imbibe? Yeah, you were looking at it, and then you weren't, and then you were, and then you weren't. So, are you coming down to imbibe? What's the crack? Right, Ash solved. The world's problems. A dash is 1 mil. What's a splash? Oh yeah, because you get a splash of soda water, don't you? Yeah, what's a splash? No splash, no dash. Oh, a virgin. Oh, what? Who's a virgin? He thought none of us was. Claire, you're flipping not. Don't give me that. Jesus. Right, according to Don. Me, Georgie. Yeah, you. No, you're not. Georgie, we know you're not a virgin. Georgie, are you coming down to imbibe? Yes, you, Georgie. Right, Trevor Rose. According to Don Beach, 6 drops was a dash for him. Oh, look. So basically, what Simon Difford's done, what he loves to do, is he loves to put his own spin on things. So Don's 6 dashes, which we kind of will agree with, because Don's a ledge, wasn't good enough for Mr. Difford. So Mr. Difford says 12 So double. Is that double? Where do we go? Where's Pat? There we go. Pat, 12 drops was the dash. Trevor, 6 drops. So yeah. So basically, old Simon has not like that. So he's gone double. Double bubble. Right. Oh, here we go. A splash. I like this. A splash is a bit more than a tinkle. Ash, what's a tinkle? Georgie. Oh, hello. That wasn't the comment I was putting up. Hang on. Yeah, let's say hello. Adrian, how are you? If we ever find yourself in Greece, like he made family. Oh, yeah, hello. Cinnamon. Oh, yeah, let's go to Greece. Lefkada. Where's that? Is that what is that mainland? Is that an island? Where's I'm gonna have to Google that. Lefkada. Right. Georgie said something. That's what the comment I was trying to put up. The conference. No, it's not a conference. We're Sunday night out, and then we're Monday out, and Monday night out, and Tuesday, who knows? So it's Monday. Get a day off work. You know, you're the boss. I see you putting your statuses up saying you're fully booked through to Christmas. What a load of rubbish. You're fully booked till Christmas. You tell me that someone phones you up and says, can you cut my hair? You're like, no, I'm fully booked. What a load of rubbish, Georgie. Right, let's move on. Japanese dashers, 50 cents. Right, there we go. Yeah, the banter's going off the grid. I'm losing customers left, right, and centre here. The chat. Right, merciless virgin. So for this cocktail, we want some lemon juice, which is that one with my little dot on the side. Yeah, so that's my lemon juice. So we start there and we work that way. We want some seltzer water. I've got a little bit of seltzer left over from yesterday. We want some cherry herring. Well, I haven't got cherry herring left, so I've got my equivalent, cherry brandy. JDT, Velvet Falernum, JDT. Pierre Ferrand dry curacao. Well, we don't use that. We use Fortunella instead. And we want, oh, here we go, 1.5 ounces of lightly blended aged rum. So, runners and riders for this one. 1, 2. What are my other riders? Oh no, wrong one. Yes, sorry. That one, and that one. So, which one shall I use for this? In my head, I am thinking, so blended, lightly aged rums. These would all come under lightly aged blended rums. All roughly around the 3-year-old mark. So, the first question is, do we go white rum or light rum or gold rum? The second question is, do we go sort of Bajan, Demerara, do we go Jamaican, or do we go kind of a mix? So, which one should we do for this? The Merciless Virgin. Bearing in mind, we've got a bit of cherry, we've got a bit of Velvet Falernum, and we've got a bit of orange liqueur. In my head, I'm going Jamaican Appleton. However, the first 2 comments that I can see is Mount Gay. Okay, Mount Gay. Bob says Appleton. Bob, are you going to grab that one, or are you going to go up a notch to the 8-year-old? Need the Appleton to stand up to the... Yeah, see, that, Trevor, I'm with you. That's where my head was. If I'm being brutally honest, I don't think that's got a chance of... Like, even you'll just get undertones of rum. You won't get much rum. I think in my head, I know a few people have said it, but in my head, I'm discounting that. Simply because of the Cuba Libre. The daiquiri, the video that's coming tomorrow, the daiquiri video is quite interesting. So, you know, it's not all lost, but yeah. So, Appleton, Bob. Yeah, Bob, Trevor, Bob, say hello to Trevor Rose. Trevor Rose, chat to Bob about Appleton 8-year-old. I'll be honest, I haven't had an Appleton 8-year-old for about 3 or 4 years. The Zymaca is what I have. And I haven't had a head-to-head yet. The Zymaca blows that out the water. But I've got a funny feeling. I'm not sure whether that will stand up to an 8-year-old. Appleton or the 12-year-old. So I can't wait. That's the Appleton 8-year-old. It will make its way to the bar in a couple of weeks' time. But until then, I genuinely don't know whether the Zymacker or the 8-year-old, where my little head will sit. But at the moment, that blows that out the water. And to be fair, I could use that, to be honest, in this. But there we go. Claire, thinking 8-year-old, is that the 5-year? It's Signature Blend. I think Signature Blend's actually a blend of up to 5 years, but I think predominantly it's kind of like 2 and 3-year-old rums in the Signature. We used the cherry. Dun, dun, dun. K. Let's go with K. K, you're the boss of this one. K, I'm going with you. K says Appleton. K is the boss, so K has spoken. We're going to do that. Eldorado, and we're going to do that. For some reason, my head doesn't want to use light and white rums in rum. I don't know why. Right, but there we go. So we're there. So cheers, Kate. That's what we're doing. Bob, is that yeah, I think I've kind of mentioned that. Right, so that has to go this side, so it's out the way. It's a flipping blended one as well, isn't it? Mixing tin, yeah. More blended ones. Right, okay. There's plenty gone in there. We can make it straight in there. That's fine. Right. So, in my doodah, let's make it there so we can all see. We want 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. 3/4 of an ounce. Oh, it's got more flipping herby story stuff in it, innit? Hang on, 2 secs. Right, let's get rid of my herby story. It's washed out. So, where do we go to? We want 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Wrong side. I can't do that in mil because it hasn't got it in mil. 3/4 of an ounce. It would be 22.5 mil, but I've only got 25 and 30 on there. So 22.5 mil. So that's my lemon juice. We now want 1/2 an ounce of seltzer water. And we're adding, bearing in mind, we're adding 12 ounces of crushed ice. I don't get the seltzer water. I don't get why you'd add seltzer water to this. But hey, I'm not going to argue with Frank Kent. He wants 1/2 an ounce of seltzer, so I'm going to add 1/2 an ounce of seltzer water. Bit of fizz that's going to get blended up with crushed ice. I don't know. I don't know. Who am I to argue? 1/2 an ounce of cherry herring. No, I was just looking. 1/2 an ounce of cherry herring, so 15 mil. Oh no, that's my flipping orange liqueur, isn't it? 1/4 of an ounce of orange liqueur. There we go. Saved. Oh, we saved at the last minute there. That's fine. We saved. Now we want our cherry stuff. There we go. That's better. So cherry, 1/2 an ounce of cherry, 15 mil of cherry. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's good. Mummy Barman, I hope you're salivating. 1/2 an ounce of cherry. What do we get to? JDT. We want. I should flipping make that bigger, shouldn't I? There we go. I've got pretty good eyesight as well. There we go. That's better. That's better. Right, 1/2 an ounce of JDT. Ash has written a blog. I'll read that in a second, mate. So 1/2 an ounce, 15 mil of JDT. And then finally, we want. Oh, the stuff is vile. Oh, Ash has backed up his blog with something's vile. I'm going to have to read this before I blend in a second. 1.5 ounces of blended lightly aged rum. So 1.5 ounces, 45 millilitres of lightly blended rum. I have to say, I think the Appleton's vindicated. The smells and the aromas. I think that. My Appleton's made its way from. I'm sure that started there like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Where we go? I'm sure that started there, the Appleton, and now it's all the way over here. Right. How specific do we get on the old crushed ice? 12 ounces of crushed ice and 4 to 6 agitator cubes. So I need this glass to find my crushed ice levels. 12 ounces of crushed ice. Oh dear. I tell you, I'd never make a proper out-and-out Tiki Barman. Jesus, 12? Yeah, I'm not going to measure 12 ounces of crush. If I did, I'd get myself. He says, how big's this? That's when I find out that this is like a 12-ounce scoop or something. You got to get yourself different size scoops, haven't you? Right. So 12 ounces of crushed, 4 to 6 agitator cubes. I've got 3 there put together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 agitators, and then we're going to do the little trick again because that worked perfectly. We like that. Literally like 3 seconds. 3 seconds on a flash blend. Before I do into that, I've got to work out what Ash's blog is about. I need to go and read this. Right. Okay, Bob. Howdy, Trevor. Appleton. Yes, right. Bob and Trevor are chatting. Cool. Oh, Ross. The 12... Right, Ross. The 12... FDC... I've loved Flor de Cana for years. And there's 1, 2... 3 of them will be putting an appearance behind the bar very, very soon. They did have a lot of bad press about how they treated people, but they've kind of reversed that with what they've done with hospitals and fair trade and carbon neutral and all this, that and the other. They did have a bit of bad press, but I've always loved Flor de Cana rums. They are absolutely delicious. There is another rum that will feature as one of my favourite ever rums that I've never really mentioned it before. I've mentioned it a few times. A few of you will know it. That's coming, but FDC 12, gorgeous. And this is one of these things, right? Me and Trevor do chat about ED 12, Eldorado 12 a lot. Eldorado 15 and 21-year-old for me don't hold up. For me, Eldorado, the 12-year-old, is the pinnacle. With Flor de Cana, I'm going to say it properly, Flor de Cana instead of Flor de Cana. Flor de Cana, for me, they get better as they get older. So the 12-year-old is stunning. The 15-year-old is flipping amazing. The 21-year-old FDC is stunning. Really, really, really good. For me, they are the brand that when you go to the older rums that have been aged and rounded and they've just got that, they just are stunning. And I'm sure there's a 25-year-old in there as well with Flor de Cana. There's another one. I'm sure it's not 12, 15, 18, 21. I'm sure there's something else. They're really, really good rums. Really good. Decent price as well. Right, Ashley. What's Ashley's blog all about? I don't know whether that'll even fit on screen. Oh, yeah, look. It's been the last year that I really started loving rum. We'll drink all day. Blah, blah, blah. Plantation ring profile. Not similar to... What? But we'll be starting on the plantation rum. Just hope the flavour profiles... No, Ash... You could be safe in the knowledge, and I'm assuming someone else has piped up here as well, but you can be safe in the knowledge that no, none of the plantation range are the similar profiles to Lamb's or Captain Morgan's, just in case you're curious. But I'm sure someone else has answered that already. There we go. Capital letters just for pure emphasis. Oh. There really isn't much difference in price between 8 to 12, similar to Eldorado 8 to 12. Cool. Bob. Oh, Bob. In normal USA, my hometown. Oh, Bob, I'm sure I've asked you this. Where are you, Bob? I'm sure you've told me this a few weeks ago and I can't remember. Oh, sorry. I mean, sorry. NorCal. What's not... Does that mean North California? Am I down with the kids? Is that what that means? North... Is that NorCal? NorCal's not a place. There's got to be North California, surely. I've got to be down with the kids. I've got to have nailed that, surely. Trevor. Right. Bob, can you put the website name that doesn't allow links? What? Oh. Are you chatting to... is that aimed at me or is that aimed at somewhere else? I don't know. Trevor, curator... Oh, right, okay, cool. That's cool. Yeah, right, cool. North California. Yes. See, I'm down with the kids. I knew NorCal was North California. I'm down with the kids. Right. 3 ounces, flash blend. And by 3 ounces, I obviously meant 3 seconds. What glass? Footed Pilsner. We don't know how big footed Pilsners are in Tiki World, but I've got a sling glass here, which I'm sure is bigger than a footed Pilsner. It should be big enough for that. Oh, sugar. I forgot to do the gated pour, didn't I? I'm very sorry. Let's do the gated pour. And let's get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go, and there we go. Boom. Oh look, they've done it. They've done it again. Look, and there's my agitator cubes. I like that, agitate. Never in my whole bartending career have I used agitator cubes. Oh, that's Mummy B's straw. I put a link in your software. It's not, no, Trevor, it's not my software. It's actually YouTube. I need to kind of, I think I could go into the back office somewhere and allow certain people to put, or Trevor, I might just make you, oh no, people are going to get all jealous now, aren't they? I was going to say I might just make you a moderator. Actually, I might make all the legends moderators. There we go. And then you can do stuff. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? I'll try to work that out. I'll try and make my Legends community moderators. Because I know, like, I'll watch this back on, like, 2 or 3 days later. And I know there's lots of chat stuff that doesn't come through. Certain emojis don't come through. Certain words don't come through. Links don't come through. Oh. I'm not a huge fan of that. Oh, it's getting better. It's getting better. Hang on. Hang on. Has anyone tried this? Has anyone tried the merciless? Ah, Trevor V. Do you know what, Trevor V? I've just seen it right at the top of my screen and I think you nail it. I think you absolutely nail that, and I'm just going to read this first. Black diamonds. I think this comment absolutely nails it for me. I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you here. For me, nothing really sparks to life in that. Yeah, I was going to reblend it, but I won't. I'm going to, let's start off. I'm not going to go overboard, but I'll start off with 10 ml of sugar. Start with 10. Right, where do we get to? Now it's coming to life. I think in all honesty, I think that could do with another 5. So that would have been 15 ml. That can't be a misprint, surely. It hasn't asked for any. I've got cherry hearing. Cherry hearing is no different to my cherry brandy that I used. I mean, marginal difference in taste, but sweetness wise, they're virtually bang on. It's not that it's not sweet enough. It's the fact that, you know, the flavours don't really come out to play. You just need that little touch of sugar just to bring the flavours out. Now we are rocking and rolling. 15 ml of sugar syrup in that completely transforms it. Hang on, let's hide that. Yes, right, Mummy B, you can come and try that now. If you're still with us. If you haven't gone to bed, come and try that. Right. Never you could order a bottle. Oh, Bob. You need to come to the UK, mate. Bob, I'm going to blow your mind even more, Bob. We can get all our booze from Amazon next day, and if you're even close to a depot, you can get it droned in within a couple of hours. Well, you're not on camera there. Don't worry. You don't have to like.
That's rather nice.
You like that one? Better than, I know you didn't like that one, but better than the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, prefer that to the first one.
Do.
Interesting.
No, back now.
Thanks. You don't want any more?
No, Tom.
She's left me some of this one. Okay. Oh, sorry?
I'm generous.
You're generous. Thanks. So, yes, Bob, Amazon in the UK, we literally just... Amazon's not who I use in the UK. I use a company called Master of Malt, and they are awesome for next day delivery anyway. Even they do close bank holidays, which, you know, I'll forgive them. Claire's going to tell me that the actual shop's open. She can go in and get some today, but because Claire, the lovely Claire, lives like next door to Master of Malt ish, give or take. Which is rather annoying, considering I get deliveries from Master of Malt every week. So it would be quite nice to go. I'd love to go and look around Master of Malt. That would be flipping enough. I mean, they've got 2,500 rums listed. God knows how many whiskies. They must have close to, like, general ballpark, 25,000-30,000 different lines. So if they've got 2,500 rums, no, I don't know. Yeah, by the time you include syrups and liqueurs and all that, it's got to be pushing 20,000 different lines alone. That's mental, isn't it? Right. Where did we get to? I'm making it now. Oh, Claire, let me know what you think, Claire, and what you did. You've probably already done it, but I'm like about 5 minutes behind in the chat now because I've been nattering away. Right, Trevor Rose. It proves Bob, Canadian boy telling American mate to order booze. Question, Pat. On holiday this week, treating myself to some rum drams. How do you... Right. I was hoping someone was going to answer this. Hang on, let me get this, because I might do this, is I might cut this out. Height. Right. Oh, no, I want that one back. There we go. Oh, no, drink stuff. Drink stuff. Oh, yeah, this is a little plug. Fridays, we do the Drink Stuff live show. But we want that screen, don't we? There we go. Drink stuff. Let's go a bit of drink stuff branding. Drink stuff happy hour. Drink stuff, star favies, new products, porn star challenge, drink stuff. 2:00 on Friday afternoons. There we go. Right. So, Pat, how do we taste rum? This is how I taste rum. Okay, let's get two of these. So, drams are 50 mils. I'm not sure. I've got a dram here, actually. And this is generally what I do. So, and this is going to be really disgusting. I'm really, really sorry. And I hate doing this. But let's do it in the Guatemala and Belize. I'm really, really sorry. I'll do it off camera. So, what you kind of do, this is how I personally have always done it. It's kind of what you have to do when you are judging competitions and tasting stuff. I wouldn't say I have the world's best palate. I don't at all. I don't even have the mediocre palate. But they kind of wrote me in a few of the awards just for the mediocre token Larry Barman sort of award, if you know what I mean. So when you taste in spirits, you have to get your palate acclimatised. So first off, and you spit that back into the glass. Don't swallow it. You let the tongue, you let your mouth, you just get acclimatised to the actual liquid. All right, we're going all pretentious now, aren't we? Going all egotenderist. So your mouth is warmed up to the spirit without actually swallowing. Then we go a couple of seconds later, and you want plenty of crackers and stuff like that if you're going to taste it properly. And now you're going for the second taste. And that's when your tongue is now warmed up to it. So I'm trying the Guatemala and Belize. So you'll never see me doing this on camera because I cut and edit. Between each, if I'm doing this, if I'm tasting each rum, between them, I'll leave it rolling, but you won't see me. I'll literally have some water, a biscuit or something like that, just completely clean the palate out. And I'll sort of warm the palate out first. But it's that, you need to do that because you can't appreciate all the different flavours that are coming out of rums, whiskies, tequilas. It doesn't matter, gin, vodka. It doesn't matter what your spirit is. Wine. You literally. That's why they have spit buckets with wine tastings and stuff like that. You can't appreciate it first off. You have to acclimatise your palate. Now, once you acclimatise your palate, that's when your tongue is open to all those different flavours. And from this, now I get the oakiness, I get the smoky toffee, butterscotch notes. I absolutely, by the way, I do give this a lot of love. It won't be in tomorrow's video, it'll be in Wednesday's video, which was a bonus video that I wasn't planning on shooting. But tomorrow's video ends up being a bit too long, so I've cut it in two. But I give this a lot of love. This is actually one of my favourite out of the signature range. These. Actually, I think it is my favourite. I love the Fiji, don't get me wrong, but I think this is my favourite. They're Guatemala and Belize. Chocolate notes come at me, coffee notes. So that's what I recommend you do. I know it's a bit of a waste, it's a bit annoying, but you kind of just need a little bit, like 5 ml, just to coat your tongue and your throat and the sides of your mouth. Discard it and then taste your neat spirit. That's how I personally do it. And that's how I was taught to do it when I did my WSET Wines and Spirits Level 3 back in, Jesus, 2002, 2003, somewhere like that. So, you know, other people might tell you differently, but that's kind of the norm. All right, just get your mouth acclimatised to the neat spirit, discard it, and then retaste it. And then when you're moving on to something else, crackers, biscuits, something plain, bit of water, completely cleanse your palate, and then do it again. You will have much more appreciation for that neat spirit if you do that than you will if you just go, oh yeah, that's quite nice. Always got a bit of a burn. It kills the burn. What you should get, if you do that properly and get your palate acclimatised, you will not get a burn off a proper rum or whiskey or that. When you do that properly and then you get a burn, then you know it's a pretty poor rum or a pretty poor whiskey. Because once your mouth is acclimatised, you won't get that. You won't get the initial alcohol burn. So that's a great way to kind of tell a decent rum from a not so decent rum. Is kind of just do that, taste it. If you still get that alcohol burn, if it's not smooth going down, then you think, okay. Do that with Sailor Jerry spiced rum, because you know if that's smooth going down after you've done that, then your palate's pretty shot, because that is just, you know, it's just rough. It's just alcohol burn going down. It's just. So yeah, there we go. Hope that's answered that. Right, I've got sticky fingers now. Chat. Droned in. Yes, Bob. yeah. So it's like, so we've got. I'm not close enough to it, but we've got Milton Keynes near me and Peterborough, and they can literally like next 2 hours delivery if you're that close there. And they've got the drones. If you're that close, they'll just drone it. Job's good. Here, where I am, Cambridge, I'm literally, 45 minute drive from Milton Keynes, my hub. It's fanned, like next day delivery. I can't get it any earlier than next day delivery, and I'm 45 minutes away. So yeah, local. If you're very local to the hub, then you'll get it very, very quickly. But yeah, booze, whatever. We even get Morrison. We can get Morrison shopping. So Morrison's like, what's the equivalent? A supermarket. We can get same day Morrison's delivery through Amazon. Food shops, superstores, like your cheese, your ham, your butter, your milk. We can get that same day delivery through Amazon if they've got slots available. Right, Bob again. Oh, hang on. Right, hang on. Let me wash my hands because they're really sticky on that mouse. Hang on. Right, there we go. Come off. Right, let's go back in through these questions. That's better. Right. We can manipulate this now. Right. Trevor, Bob, did I say this? Yeah, I saw this. Pat. Right. I answered that from Pat. Right. Ross. There we go. Would a cherry and a bit of juice. It may have done the old maraschino jobs. It would have done. I just went for the easy option, to be fair. But yeah, cherry juice from that could be a good shout in that cocktail, to be fair. But it just needed a touch of sweetness just to get those flavours to work together. That's all it needed for me personally, and obviously for Trevor as well. Right, Bob. I don't know if you can see my picture. I can't see your. I take it you mean your I was going to say logo. What they're called? Profile pic. No, I can't really see it. It's tiny on there. Stick with us, Bob. Stick with us. We'll help you. Right, Claire. Master of Malt in a few hours. Lol. See, Claire. See, you know. Oh, you're telling me to come for what was it? 80 miles to go out for dinner down there, and I'm like, but 80 miles to drive to Master of Malt, and no, that's a different proposition. Amazon are popping up everywhere now. They're 3 pretty local to me. Yeah, I don't think we'll get any local to us in Cambridge, literally, because we have got Peterborough and Milton Keynes. It's just, 40 minutes away. Peterborough, maybe 50 minutes away, give or take. They're not miles away. They don't need another one. They just need to kind of sort their drone capability out and the licenses, and obviously we've got Stansted and all that malarkey going on over here. So I'm not quite sure how that works, but with the old aeroplanes. But there we go. Right, haven't. No, we. Ashley, I'm going to slide into your DMs. Everyone's looking at that comment. Trevor's cottoned on. Trying, right, moving swiftly on. Trying to get my girlfriend to watch your videos so she can learn to make her own cocktails for a change. Jordan, that is Jordan, isn't it? Jordan Morden. Yeah, it is Jordan. Of course it's Jordan. Oh, see, memory. Look at that, memory. What's your girlfriend's name, Jordan? Where are you, Jordan? Well, I know where you are. You're a proper Geordie, aren't you? You're not like a fake Geordie like Ash. Ash. Mate. Needed sugar. I used Appleton 8-year-old. Really love it. The rum is so good. Lovely jubbly. Bob's chatting to Trevor. Trevor's chatting to Bob again. Bob, I get it right. Okay, sense. Of course, lots of little conversations going on here. Oh, that's it. I've caught up. I've caught up with the chat. Caught you a lot very chatty tonight. What's going on? Foursquare. Foursquare is an amazing. Foursquare is an amazing distillery. What you might not realise about Foursquare, they do actually make a lot of rums for other distilleries. For example, did you know Duppy Share? And I know this because I know this. I know this because I researched it for the video that I did. Tomorrow's video, in fact. Duppy Share, did you know, is Worthy Park? And so Jamaican and Barbados, Worthy Park, Jamaica, and Foursquare rums. That's what Duppy Share is. I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. Foursquare is Dawley's as well. Foursquare is that. This is the weird thing though. After tasting these quite a lot, I'm not. They are nice. They don't blow me away, Dawley's rums, and that is probably one of Foursquare's main brands. Oh, my phone's vibrating. Yes, Ash, get into the Discord. Trevor, thank you. Knob end. Ash, Discord now. She's called Kim. Hello, Kim. Her response was she doesn't need to learn as she has me. Kim, to be fair, I would say that, to be fair. I mean, Jordan, you have to impress the ladies, don't you? They want it. It's very rare you get someone like Claire and Georgie that just want to kind of they'll get stuck in and all that. The ladies like to be looked after, young Jordan. I'm saying young. I don't know how old you are. I'm guessing you're a little youngster. It's when you come back and go, I'm like 52. But look after Kim. Take care of her. Make her porn star martinis and other drinks. Impress her. She shouldn't have to impress herself. You realise, Claire, I thought you were working tonight. You are working, Claire. flight traffic controller. I know you're not flight traffic control, but there you go. Jan, sorry, Jan, not Jan, Jan. Don Papa, yeah, we like Don Papa. Again, I don't think Don Papa will feature behind the bar. That's not saying it's a bad rum at all. I love Don Papa. In fact, we might get to the point where we do these kind of rums that don't fit into major categories. I might have to get some of those. Don Papa is one of those. You know, it's a gorgeous rum. It doesn't kind of fit into the classic categories of there. It's kind of an anomaly. The same, but in a very, very different way because it's miles better. But the same as like Bundaberg, for instance. Bundy in Australia doesn't really. It's a great fun drink. I'm not saying it's the best rum in the world, but it's a great fun drink. You know, Bundy will knock spots off Lambs, Captain Morgans, and all that malarkey. But it doesn't fit into any rum category at all in the slightest, you know, and Don Papa is like that. It's a fantastic rum, perhaps a bit like Diplomatico, and no, to be fair, Diplomatico will fit into a couple of categories, but a few of the dictadors won't fit into a traditional rum category. Like the Plantation XO doesn't fit into a traditional rum category either. So it's kind of knowing where to place it. So we might kind of veer off on our little rum journey to kind of discover those rums, because they are good. They're some of my favourite rums, to be fair, but they're the rums that get so much hate from the rum community, and I mean so much hate, so much so that they don't even recognise them as rum. They refuse to classify them as rum. So that makes me want to include them. So yeah, I'll kind of have to work out how to proposition that in a video or in a series of videos. But yeah, we will kind of look at those sort of things. They are nice. They're not spiced rums. They're not rums. They're just gorgeous sipping liquids. But they are rum. Poland. Whereabouts in Poland? I've been to Krakow, I've been to Warsaw, and I've been to Poznan. If you're in those three, I know it. If you're not, I don't. And it's only distillery trips. Warsaw and Poznan was Wyborowa. So Wyborowa Exquisite is made in Poznan, and then normal Wyborowa is made in Warsaw, isn't it? I think that's the right way around. But yeah, Poznan was gorgeous. Krakow was gorgeous. Loved it. Oh, and this is what I love about Poland. Absolutely love this. Like in the UK and around the world, you know, you go out for dinner and you get like this bottle. You know, Claire, listen up, right? You know, you go out to dinner, a posh restaurant. You know, you probably get a bottle of wine in like a bucket. You know, keeping cool and stuff like that. You know, posh restaurants. That's how we do it. Bottle of wine, keeping chill. Maybe a bottle of prosecco, bottle of champagne or whatever, keeping cool. No, not in Poland. No, not in Poland. No, in Poland, you get a flipping bucket and you get vodka. It's the vodka keeping cool in the dinner table. So when you go out for dinner, no wine. No, that's poor vodka. Bottle of vodka in a nice bucket on a table, maybe a couple of mixers, but a couple of shot glasses. Job done. I flipping love Poland for that. That is genius. Claire, 20. See, I knew you were a youngster. Chat like that, Kim. I'll train him up, Kim. If you can hear me, I'll train him up. Don't you worry, Jordan. You stick with me. I'll train you up. Right. No second. What's second? No second. Second what? Second. What? No second. Was that answering? Am I working tonight? No. You're not working till the 2nd. Is that what you're saying? You've got like 3 days off. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Sure, it was 2. Yeah, that's what I thought, Carl. Hang on. I don't know. Claire makes up. She goes along. No. What's Claire saying? She's off. She's off in 7 years. Wow. See, when you get to what we do, you don't even recognise it's a bank holiday. You just think, what's going on? Why are people not at work today? And you get really annoyed that people are not at work on a Monday. It's Monday. You should be at work. It's my day off today. Harvester. What are we talking about? Harvester? There's so many random conversations going on here. Krakow. Yeah. Oh, if you've been to Krakow, I like me personally. I think Krakow is probably the best out of the three. But I did love Poznan. Poznan was stunning. Really did love Poznan. 2nd of September working. So hang on, what's the date today? It's the 29th today. You telling me you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 days off now, Claire. Wow. Claire's on the smash. Night, Georgie. Thanks for staying up. Thanks for all your chat and your banter. I thought you disappeared like an hour ago again. Bants. So what are we chatting about now? We've still got like 30 odd people on and we're still talking rubbish. Someone give me a question. Someone give me a question that I can have a rant about for a few minutes. Claire, come on. Hook me up with a question, Claire. Claire, what do you want to know? Who else is on here? Who else would ask good questions? Trevor V will answer good. John Scarrett, ask a good question. Oh, new message. Claire, yes, stood down for the first. Stood down? What do you mean stood down? Right, how is this going on now? Oh, who's this? Hurts a little. I like you. Who are you? Hurts a little. Who are you? Hurts a little. With an male or female? Hurts a little. I don't know. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Hurts a little. How many flowery shirts do I have? 5 or 6 years ago, a lot. 40 plus. Now, I've tamed myself down a little bit. I'll be honest. I love him for this. I've probably got, to be fair, out and out flowery like this, Larry. Probably about 5 or 6. I used to have 40 odd, but probably about 5 or 6. But semi-tame flowery shirts, still a good sort of 20-ish, but smart, not Larry, if you know what I mean. Not like a Hawaiian. I don't do the whole Hawaiian anymore. Here we go. Oh, here's all the questions piping in now. Well, I knew I'd spark a few of them. Hurts a little. I still want to know what your real name is and where you're from. Is there a decent fruit punch rum cocktail? Right, Bob. So, Bob. I need to wipe this bar down. Flipping out. Bob. Oh, it's all sticky. Let's get a bit of crushed ice. So, Bob, there's a standard rum punch cocktails. There is a couple of famous rum punch cocktails, but when we're talking about those sort of cocktails, it's more about the formula than it is the actual recipe. Okay, and I've proven this time and time again with hen parties, with cocktail masterclasses, with presentations, with videos. I've done all that sort of stuff. So we follow a simple rule, and there's loads of people piping up in the chat now because they'll know this because I've preached about this so often. It's a simple rule, and it's not my rule. It's a standard golden oldie rum punch rule, right? We do 1 part sour, 2 parts sweet, 3 parts strong, 4 parts weak. So we've got 10 parts, yeah? And I'll explain it. I'll break it down. I'll do it very quickly so you can get it. So but there's an extra little bit and a dash of spice to make it nice. So again, slowly. 1 part sour, 2 parts sweet, 3 parts strong, 4 parts weak, and a dash of spice to make it nice. Right, so let me quickly talk you through that. If you're making a punch bowl, if you're making a single cocktail, if you're making a fish tank, if you go to a tiki bar, if you're making just a one-off cocktail, it doesn't matter. Whatever your part is, you stick to that. So if you're making a fish bowl, a jug, your part may be a glass. If you're making one cocktail, your part may be a shot. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. The size of the part is irrelevant. It's kind of only relevant to the size of the finished drink that you're making. So if we're saying shots, if we're making, just pretend we're making one single cocktail. Yeah, so let's just do a part, as in, let's do this because you're US. So let's do a US jigger. Okay, UK 25 and 50 mil. So let's do a US 30 mil, right? So let's just pretend a part is 30 mil. So we do 1 part sour. So 30 mil of lime, lemon, grapefruit. Your traditional kind of sours, yeah? Lime, lemon, grapefruit. So we've got 1 part out. You then go 2 parts sweet. So anything sweet, from sugar, from grenadine, from apricot syrup, passion fruit syrups, demerara, strawberry syrups, peach syrups, vanilla, cinnamon, any kind of sweetness at all. I've even got, I still need to rock this out. I need to do something with that. The muscovado. Any kind of purees, syrups. We've got lots of like passion fruit. That's still a syrup of sweetness. Anything like that. 2 parts sweet. You can combine, so you can do like 1 part grenadine, 1 part sugar, 1 part demerara, 1 part passion fruit, 1 part mango, 1 part vanilla, whatever you fancy, as long as you stick to 2 parts sweet. So 1 part sour, 2 parts sweet, 3 parts strong, so 1, 3, 3 parts strong. Your strong's obviously, there you go, your rum, whatever rum you fancy, 3 parts strong, 3 shots. Your 4 parts is then weak, so your mixer, juice, water, seltzer, ginger beer, ginger ale, Sprite, cream. What other mixers we got? Apple juice, cider to you, sorry. Cider, pressed apple juice to us in the UK, but cider, anything, cranberry juice, whatever, weak, something like that. And then your dash of spice. Traditionally in the older days it'll be nutmeg grated over, so nutmeg, cinnamon over the top, but spice now, Angostura bitters, all that sort of stuff. So for me, just to talk you through my favourite rum punch, my classic favourite rum punch, I go 1 part lime juice, I then go 2 parts sweet, which is actually orgeat and honey. Orgeat and honey, so an almond syrup and a honey syrup, so 1 part and 1 part. And lime, and then do 3 parts. You can't see that. Hang on, let's hide that. There we go. So 1 part sour, 2 parts sweet, 1 and 1, 3 parts strong. Let's just go just for giggles. 3 parts strong. My weak is actually water. I love plain water. I love the honey and the almond with rum and water as a rum punch. But pineapple juice, passion fruit juice, mango juice, apple juice, cider, apple juice, lemonade, Sprite, all those kind of things will work, and dash of bitters. So the whole point to that is whatever ingredients you use, as long as you stick to those ratios, you are going to make a banging rum punch. Guava, that's another one. You know, whatever you fancy, it's just going to work. There's no right or wrong. The famous one is like a reggae rum punch, which is rum, bit of strawberry, tiny bit of grenadine, and what's the mixer? The mixer is, I think the mixer is pineapple juice actually. I forget what it is now, but you know, you can go as simple or as complex as you want. It's that simple. There we go. Right, so hopefully that nailed that. Oh, I forgot where it was now because I hid that question. No, double bubble. Oh, double bubble pay. Why not double bubble pay? Harvester. Why are we talking about harvesters, Claire? I know that was ages ago, but why are we talking about harvesters? What did I miss? Right. Hurts a little. That's where we got. Right, that's the one. This is the next one. Manchester United is my favourite football club. Jan, me and you have just fallen out. To be fair, I quite enjoyed watching you be not that great earlier. I can't wait to see, look, see, whoever asked the question earlier about football, you know, this is I literally cannot wait. I'm a Liverpool fan, and a football fan. I literally cannot wait to see Ronaldo put on that Man United shirt probably next week or the week after, because that's just going to be awesome. Just as I know he's 36, you know, I know he's past his prime. It's like I'm missing Lionel Messi tonight in PSG, you know. I can't wait. I'll watch the Paris Reims. I think it's Reims. I'll watch that back later. Yeah. There's a bacon question here, but is there a bacon flavoured rum? No. I hope not. Have you tried mixing any of your top white runs into a daiquiri? Are you being funny? Did you not watch last video? What do you mean top white rums? Are you being funny, Trevor? Do you not watch my videos? It was literally the last video I published. Trevor, all my legends are going to be moderators except you, because you obviously don't pay attention to my channel. I don't know what you mean by that. Top white rums? Surely that's... Trevor, watch my last video. Go onto my channel, Trevor. Claire, I want to. I'm so gutted that Claire, it's coming out in the video, but it will be a week on Monday now. I don't want to spoil it for everyone because I want to take everyone on a journey with me. But depends what rum. Depends. Claire, I don't know. You have to slide into my DMs and tell me what rums you've got, because then we can guide you upwards from there. Because if you've just got you've got Appleton 8, haven't you? Was I using my imagination? You've got Appleton 8-year-old. So Florida Cana 12, El Dorado 12. I'm going to say it. I'm going to drop it. Pampero Anniversario is going to be one of the very next rums that hits my back bar. It will be my dark rum of choice. I flipping love Pampero Anniversario. And how I fell in love with that, I was at the Pampero tasting. Proper Venezuelan guys teaching us all about the rum and I fell in love with it. Even Pampero, normal Pampero, is a gorgeous, stunning rum. We just don't really get it that much over here. But the Anniversario in a leather bag, stunning rum. It's kind of classed as a dark black aged rum. It's just stunning. But the way the Venezuelans drink it, and this dude was Venezuelan, so I'm sure this sticks. And if there's any Venezuelan people ever watching this, let me know. But what he did, and she, to be fair, there was two of them, he and she, what they do is they get a lime wedge. I haven't got one to hand, but they cut a lime wedge up. They have ground coffee, like soda. After you make an espresso, the ground coffee beans, ground coffee in one, demerara sugar in the other. So you get your lime wedge, face down lime in the ground coffee, and then flip it upside down, face down in the demerara sugar. So you've got demerara and coffee either side the lime wedge. You bite into the lime wedge, and then you have a mouth of the Pampero Anniversario. Oh my God, that's as close to orgasmic as I've ever had. For some reason, and I love that rum. I don't really talk about it too much because Pampero is not a huge deal in the UK, and I think it's distributed by Diageo now in the UK, which I'm not a huge fan of Diageo, so I don't really talk about it that much. But if I was pushed, I love El Dorado 12-year-old. I absolutely love El Dorado 12-year-old. If I was pushed, Flor de Cana and Pampero Anniversario might just pip ED12. May just do. I would love to do. I would love, and what I'm going to do it to myself. I could do it to myself because Mother won't come on here and help me. But I'll do it to myself. I'm going to do a little swappy roundy when I've got them all. I'm going to do a little blind taste testing to see which one I actually really love. Oh, I might give you the rums, and I'll have to blindfold myself because I'll see them instantly. But I'm going to work out how to do a blind tasting so you guys can see it live. I'll work out how to do it somehow. But yeah, those three I want to put head to head because they are stunning rums, absolutely stunning rums. So yeah, I went off a little tangent there. I don't know what we were talking about. What rum do you buy next? Pampero Anniversario. There we go. What, Claire? What are you talking about? I'm missing. Am I missing half the questions here? What are you tossing now? I'm scrolling back. I stood down. Oh, what? I don't understand, Claire. I don't know what you're talking about. Right. I knew this would come up. Can I explain Appleton funk taste? So, does anyone else want me to talk about funk? Because we could go down a few rabbit holes here with funk. Darren, I'm going to hold that thought right there because this might become a dedicated video. I could do it again as a video, to be fair. Ross, depending on... Oh, I can do the toss. I can do the toss with Ross. Oh, is that what it was meant to be? I could do that, Ross. That's awesome. Question, what would be your go-to for the Granada? I don't know what you mean, Granada range. Darren, I haven't forgot your funk. Don't worry. I'm still scrolling. What would be your go-to daiquiri from the Granada? I don't know what that means. Oh, is that typo? Do you mean grenade? Oh. I'm assuming that means grenade. if you've clarified that. Right, there's lots of questions here we can come up with. Here we go. Trevor's done the funk thing. I'll try to explain it so everyone can. Right, yeah, I'll explain that in a bit more depth in a second. Right, hang on. Getting specific. Esther's, how's he done? Right, yeah, I'll go into a little bit. I'll go into a little bit of depth in a second. Hang on, I just want to catch up with stuff because I know I'm going to go down a rabbit hole with this in a second. Hi guys, just going from work. Finally got to catch up stream. Try and Coca Canny. Oh my God, Geordie's Coca Canny. Is it not the best coconut rum? And this is what I don't understand. I'm going to go on a quick rant here. I do not understand why this is not a worldwide phenomenon. It's made by Ray and Nephew. It's Ray and Nephew's coconut rum. Ray and Nephew, renowned the world over for their overproof white rum. It's not brilliant rum, to be fair, but it sells worldwide. This stuff, so many people have never heard of before. It's Ray and Nephew. It's flipping decent. The best coconut rum on the market. And it's like, and even in the UK, people are like, oh, I've never heard of that before. It's been a thing in the UK since 2000, 2002. It's Jamaican. It's like, it's the closest thing to real coconut rum as you're going to get. It's stunning. And yet we still, in most supermarkets, it's like that. And you're like, what the hell? What? Every supermarket in the UK, you can get Ray and Nephew. I don't understand. I do not understand why we don't get, if we could get Ray and Nephew in every single supermarket, I don't understand why Coca Canu is not a national phenomenon. I don't get it. Because once you go Coca Canu, you'll never go back to any other coconut rum. It just won't happen. Right. I still haven't forgot the funk. I'm not avoiding the question. I just know I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. So I just want to... Harvester is your posh restaurant, Claire. Claire. I'm going to sort that out for you, Claire. I mean, blending them, bacon. I'm trying to catch up with all his comments. Bye, Mark. Oh, Mark's off. Oh, I'm out. P.S. You look like Victor SDB with that white... bit of your top. Victor STB. What's Victor STB? I look like Victor STB. What? I look like Victor. Who's Victor? It's cold. It's cold out here. I haven't got a heat. I don't want to put the heating on yet. The resounding answer to that, Midnight, is no. I generally wouldn't, mate, because it doesn't matter if it's martini, even if it's martini and they've still got what's the word? What they put in wine, sulfites. There we go. If it's still got, I know it'll have sulfites and antioxidants and that sort of stuff in it. 10 years, no. Even martini with its sulfites is still not going to taste. 6 weeks after it's open, it's still not going to taste the best. It's not going to be off. Like martini, you can still drink for 6 months later, but it's not going to be the same because it is wine at the end of the day. If it was a 40% wine, brandy, it'd be fine, but it's not. Martini, it's like a 12, 14% wine. So vermouth, 10 years after, no. Tip it down the sink. I don't care what brand it is, tip it down the sink. Even if you think it's fine, it's still not going to give you the taste you want. You know, it's not going to be vermouth. It might not be off, it might not be vinegar, but it's still not going to be proper nice vermouth. You're just not going to enjoy it. So tip it down the sink, get a fresh bottle. It's like £8. If you get a smaller bottle, it would be like £6. So do that, right. Trevor's already answered that because I'm like 5 minutes behind. Well, what's the time? 2 minutes? Oh, yeah, gosh, fine. I'm 7 minutes behind still. I sent... Who are you talking to? You never sent me a photo. Claire, I think you're sending photos to a different STB. You sending photos to my brother from an Aussie mother. Diageo... yeah, I can answer that. That's fine. So Diageo and Funk. That's what we're going to attack. Coming up here. Oh my God, I've still been on for over 2 hours now. Right. I'm going to finish this way before 11 o'clock tonight. 11. I just want to make sure I'm not missing off. Night, Paul. See you later. Right, we've caught up. Right, so first off, what was the very last question? Diageo. Why do I hate Diageo? Diageo. Let's go down the rabbit hole with Diageo. Diageo. I don't hate them. Diageo. So Diageo are big ones for they nail their markets. Smirnoff, Gordon's, Baileys, Archers, Guinness, Captain Morgan's. Plenty of the malt whiskies, they nail their market, they know what they're doing. But let's just take Smirnoff for example. Smirnoff is a different product in every single country. Captain Morgan's is a different product in every single country. The one thing, Gordon's gin is a different it's not in every single. Gordon's is kind of like the exception because Gordon's is, I think there's 3 Gordon's gins out there in the world, maybe a 4th one. Don't hold me to that. But Smirnoff, I know of at least 12 different Smirnoffs, and it's kind of like, well, hang on. If you're trying to be authentic Russian vodka, why have you got 12 different Smirnoffs? So Smirnoff, Captain Morgan's, a few others, they are blended for the market. So the Captain Morgan's we get in the UK is blended specifically for the UK market. It's a very different blend to what you get in the US. I think it's even a different blend to what you get in Canada. I know it's a different blend to what they get in South America, and I know it's a different blend to what they ship over to Europe. The whole reason for that is tax. So, for example, and this is the exception to the rule because rum technically has to be 40% ABV, even though half of them don't stick to it. They can get away with 37.5%. This is 40%. But as I say, in the US it will be different. So let's go back to Smirnoff. Smirnoff, for example, in the UK, to get away with paying less tax, you can bring your ABVs down. It's how the tax works and the duty, the stamp, the duty of the bottle is how it works in the UK. So a 37.5% vodka will cost them way less in tax than a 40%. So effectively, what they're doing is they're making a damn sight more money, and you could argue in a business sense that it's the right thing to do, but in a brand sense, why would you have Smirnoff Red? There's 12 different products in different countries. Smirnoff Red in Italy, I think I've got this right, is 43%, 43 point something. It's again different in Europe. It's again different in the US. I'm sure it's 40% in the US. I don't know what it is in Canada, but it's just different in Russia or Eastern kind of bloc countries in Europe. It's different again. It's just different liquid, and it's just blatant. For the life of me, I don't understand. If you've got one product, if you've got Smirnoff, you're trying to claim it's the world's best vodka, then at least have it as the same vodka in the world, as opposed to, this is the UK Smirnoff, but no, in Italy we can have this Smirnoff because it's better and it's stronger. And it's like, well, I don't understand. Just look, you're a rich company, sod your 2.5% ABV, just pay your tax and make it the same vodka as the rest of the world. Don't go blending specifically for the UK market. Just crack on, just do it. And I get a real bee in my bonnet about that because they do that for different things. They have different whiskies for different markets. They have different rums for different markets. The gin, the yellow label Gordon's gin, which I think is called imported, it's purely imported, purely because in Europe they don't have to pay the same duty as they do in the UK. So it's effectively the same thing. It's just not been watered down as much. So it's slightly stronger. So people think they've got a special edition Gordon's when they go abroad and see the yellow with the red wine in. It's just the same flipping stuff that we get in a green bottle. It's just slightly stronger. That's all. And it's just... So that's my beef with Diageo. Instead of just producing one great brand, one great spirit, they just faff around and just... Yeah. So that's as much love as I'm going to give Diageo to. Look, I love what they've done for the trade. I love what they do for the industry. They've put malt whiskies on the map. The flavour maps for malt whiskies, how that all started. They've got some great innovation. It just bugs me that they are 100% money orientated as opposed to product orientated. And there's a few brands they've bought and destroyed purely because the whole... Without going down that rabbit hole too much, the whole Gordon's Gin versus Bombay Sapphire in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, Diageo were having none of. So Pernod Ricard launched, not Pernod, Allied de Mac. Oh, don't know. Whoever it was, yeah, Allied. Whoever it was launched a Bombay Sapphire. But I forget who it was now. Whoever launched Bombay Sapphire, you know, Diageo were like, no, you're not having that. You're not coming into Gordon's market. They bought it and they listed it in every single pub. So the blue bottle of Bombay got mass out there. Everyone started was like, oh, this looks good, really blue, premium blue bottle. It was cutting into Gordon sales. Diageo just bought it and delisted it out of virtually every single pub, bar, restaurant in the UK. And then whoever it was, Allied, I'm sure it was Allied, but whoever it was, Allied, Pernod, whoever it was, bought it back like 2 or 3 years later and then relaunched it again. And that's what, you know, it's just what they do. It's just they don't like competition. And they just, so rant over, there we go. Yeah. Sorry, Diageo. I love what you've done for the industry, but just come on, play the game. A 37.5% Smirnoff Red in the UK. Why do you have like different? Why do you do that? So no doubt someone's like laughing at me. What's after the rum? What's after the rum series? Nothing. We are totally on the rum, Jordal. It's a better name for you, Jordal. That's what I'm gonna call you, Jordal. Oh, I thought you slid into my tiers. So if I got to go searching for rum pictures now. Right, so funk. Where did that question go? Where did that? I hope no one tuned off for that. Where did that question go? Darren. It was Darren, wasn't it? There is Darren. Can you explain funk? So Trevor's kind of given you a rough, wherever it is, a rough kind of outline there. So can you explain the funk? That's Jordan's question. This is Trevor's reply. It's Hogo, which is rotten banana. So you might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, where's the Hogo come from? And that's what I'm going to kind of dive into. Esters. So what's Trevor explained? Which rum needs like catnip? Right. So what happens in Jamaica more than any other? Probably, I'm not sure if it's the only place that happens, but certainly more than any other Caribbean island anywhere else in the world. Don't hold me to they're the only place. They might be the only place, but I'm not overly sure. They have what they call dunder pits, D-U-N-D-E-R, dunder pits. So what happens is these dunder pits, basically all the odds and sods of leftover barrels, leftover distillations. So I talked about this rabbit hole to go down here. I'll talk about esters in a second, but all that sort of leftover esters is basically yeast, different extracts of yeast that kind of the sugars need to kind of turn into rum and distill, blah blah blah. So all the leftovers, bits and bobs, including workers having bananas, eating, while they're distilling, banana peels, leftover bananas, banana leaves, all that will go into these dunder pits. And the dunder pits are just kind of there, just so leftover rum, leftover that, and it will kind of just sort of like I don't know where you are. Who asked that? Darren. I don't know whether you. But do you get what? Do you know what we mean by compost bins? That same sort of thing. That same sort of so compost. We're putting all our leftover stuff. We'll make manure out of it, right? So this is what the Jamaicans do with their dunder pits. They get all that kind of leftover sort of stuff going in. And then guess what happens to that? Little bits of that get then redistilled. But bits of that get taken, not all of it, bits of that will then get taken out and redistilled to add to rum. So that's where all the funk comes from. Or as Trevor says, the hogo. All stems from these dunder pits. There's not much else going, but it's a lot of bananas, a lot of banana leaves left over so the esters are kind of the best way to describe ester. If you ever seen, I need to get some pictures like just so I've saved on here, just so I can add. But if you see when you like boil sugar, you've got alcohol going on, you boil your sugar, and you get all that sort of yeast is in there. You get all that sort of white, frothy, gunky stuff on top. But that is essentially the esters, and that all gets sort of skimmed off because that's no good for anyone, but it's still active yeast. So all those esters, which will create all those weird funky kind of smells and odours, which is like off off bread, off yeast. It's that kind of thing. That'll all get skimmed off, and that'll go into the dunder pits along with it. So basically, when they take the tops and the tails off the rum, you know, the best bit of the rum, the bits that are left over, again, that goes in the dunder pits, and that will kind of get sort of redistilled, and then that'll get sort of blended. So this is the thing, when we're talking about, you can go down little rabbit holes here with rums, and this is where the rum community gets so pretentious, because rums, even though there's no specific rules and regulations about the whole rum thing, right? I'm trying to explain this as carefully as I can, because I know a rum geek is just going to come and destroy me and like completely, but I'm trying to explain it as simply as I can. When like Richard Seal from Foursquare from Barbados distills his rum, you know, the rum geeks get very pretentious about that rum, because the skill, the craft is in that single rum. It's in that one byproduct, that one liquid that's coming off a pot or a column still that comes out, and that's it. You know, this is his skill. He's taken this raw sugar and he's distilled this liquid with certain different elements, ingredients going on. He's distilled this, he's aged it for this long, and this is his thing. So like a completely unblended single distillation rum. All right. However, 90% of these rums up here are blends. They are blends of different rums. Let's take, what do I know more about than anything? Probably Zymaca. Yeah, probably, let's just take Zymaca for instance. Right, Zymaca. Jamaican rum. It has got the funk, the hogo, the esters and all that in it. I wouldn't say it's massive out there. I really do think that Appleton, I'm not sure the 8-year-old, but Appleton 12-year-old might destroy it. I don't know. But rightly so, because what this is a blend of between 1 and 3-year-old rums. So whereas Richard Seal, some of the Foursquare, some of these sort of 50, 60, 70, 80 pound rums, 130 pound rums from St. Lucia, right? This will be like maybe at push like 2 or 3 rums put together to make a blend. These guys, and in fact, I'm pretty sure that's just one rum. I don't think that'll be a blend as well. Yeah, I'm not convinced that'll be a blend. I think that'll just be one rum in there. Whereas this, for instance, the XO, again, is a blend of God knows how many rums. I think it's 15 different rums in it. I forget what it is now. I'm sure it's 15. I don't know. But essentially, take this. This is a Jamaican rum. So we've got rums, different rums from different barrels in 1-year-old Jamaican rums up to 3-year-old Jamaican rums. And then they take certain parts of, so like maybe, I don't know, maybe like 3 litres of one barrel, 4 litres of another barrel, 15 litres of another barrel, and that's all blended to make this final rum. So the skill for these guys making the Zymaca is actually in the blending, whereas the skill for like Richard Seal making some of his Foursquare rums is actually in the distilling, that one shot distillation, maybe double, treble, whatever, but that one rum distilled and then aged. That's the difference in skills. So some of these rums won't have the dunder pits, they won't have the esters, they won't have all that going on of it, because that's not what Bajan rums, it's not what St. Lucian rums, it's definitely not what Guyana rums are all about, whereas Jamaican rums are about those dunder pits. So that's kind of loosely where the funk comes from. You can go down so many different rabbit holes. As I say, rum geeks will explain that so much more clearly and easier than what I will, but that's essentially what it is. You've got blended rums, and there's nothing wrong with them. Most of these are blended rums, but when you go up to 70, 80, 100 pound rums, very rarely are they blended. Very, very rare. It's kind of like single malts. You know, single malts will be whiskey, so people can appreciate this. A single malt is like one whiskey that's come off the still, aged, job done. Whereas a Scotch is blended. A Scotch is kind of the blend of maybe 3, 4, 10 different malt whiskies. Yeah. So take Bell's or Famous Grouse, for instance. You know, they're not poor. They're not the worst of the worst whiskies. They're just a blend of different single malt whiskies. The big difference is Johnny Walker's come in, Chivas has come in, and Monkey Shoulder's come in and thought, well, hang on a minute, why are we calling it? We can be premium. We can sell more by saying we're a blend of single malt whiskies. Well, it's actually no different to Bell's single Famous Grouse or anything. They are a blend of single malt whiskies. Of course they are. It's just that Chivas, Johnny Walker, who else did I mention a minute ago? I've forgotten. Monkey Shoulder. Just sort of claim, well, we're a blend of malt whiskies. Well, it's only because Bell's, Famous Grouse, and have never thought to put a blend of malt whiskies, because all a whiskey is a single malt. So when you blend them all together, of course, you get lots of them. So that's the difference. The difference is between distilling one in one go and then blending. So you have master blenders and master distillers. Loosely, all right? So many rabbit holes, so many more rabbit holes to go down, but I hope that's kind of semi-clarified that. My phone is vibrating, God knows, left, right and centre. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on in Discord, but there's lots there. Right, how did that go on? AFC Richmond, hooray! I know exactly what that refers to. That's restarted over here. I've got 4 episodes in. People that don't get that won't know what we're talking about there. Right, where do we get to? I've not seen this. Right, okay. Yeah, I think I answered that. What's next after? Right, that's where I got to. What's next after the rum series? Nothing. I know I answered this, but I'm rum. This is where this channel is now. There are so many directions I can go in with rum. We're just covering the bare basics at the moment. I'm just getting people started. We're taking people on a journey. And this journey for me, I can already map out the next 6 months worth of content very, very easily. But yeah, am I going away from rum? No. Part of me I quite like sipping tequilas now. Part of me would like to sip some tequilas, but does that interest me as a channel? No. Rum is where I am. Rum's where I'm going to stay. Will these guys appear from time to time? Yeah, of course they will. You know, I'm not going to be a snob. I'm not going to discount those, but I want to take people on a journey. So I need to get my audience, and I need to get other people that are interested to appreciate what the difference is between that and that, you know, or that and that. I need to get people, and the difference between that and that. So that's the journey we're on, and that journey in itself is going to last a good couple of months before we even really. I'm going to throw a few cocktails in, of course I am, but you know, there's a whole journey about rum before we get there. Right, Ashley, I know I've just seen Grenade, and I think the question was, if I remember rightly, I can't see it, but which was something about daiquiris, which is my favourite daiquiri. I have to say, I think it's the banana. If it was daiquiri, I'm sure it was daiquiris, but the grenade, I know it's a bomb and not a grenade, but I know that's what you meant. I love that. Banana daiquiri is phenomenal. And probably in second place, a bit controversial, the grapefruit daiquiri, really, really good. Really love that. But out and out grenade, the pineapple. Sipping rum, love that, really good. Midnight, Trevor, microphone, lethal. Right, it's cool. Please make us drink. Iced tea. All right, cool. Jan, that'll be one. Right, Jan, DM me, because all this sort of general stuff now will go over to the drink stuff channel, and this channel is just purely about rum. Right, night. We got to there. Joel, what's? Right, that's Trevor. Buy white rum in a daiquiri. I meant did you try blending 2 of the rums into? No, I didn't actually. I didn't try that. That might be a cracking video actually. Oh, my little head's going now. That's cool. That's a bit of fun. Bob. Cool. John. Do you have any cocktails that work well with barbecue or a barbecue party? Yes, it just depends, what food you're having, what time of day, what do people like. Anything, any cocktail will work at a barbecue. It's just a question of what people like, what they don't like. Pina coladas will work at one barbecue. They won't work at another barbecue. Long Island iced teas will work at one. That's a how long is a piece of string question. Literally anything. Anything go. Open a cocktail book, pick a page, make a cocktail. Job done. It'll work. Ted Lasso. Yes, Ted. We all know what we're talking about. Go on, Ted. Right. Tesco Valley taste test one night. Tesco Valley bad head. Yeah. Yes, that will become. There will be a supermarket. That's what I mean. I've got this all planned out. There will be a supermarket head-to-head taste coming. Not in the next couple of weeks, but that will be coming. That's already planned in my head. Bob's in for the journey. Cool. I think I've killed people with all my rants. That's the questions. I caught up with the questions very, very easily then. Right, if that's it, 10:30, 2.5 hours as opposed to 3 hours. I'm happy with that. We will... So next week, I know exactly what cocktails I'm going to do for this next week. So 3 cocktails from there next week. I know exactly what I'm going to do in there. So that'll be next week's live show. As I said, there will be no live show the week after, but a lot of you leg ends will be with me in London anyway. So we'll have an in-person live show, which will be quite funny. And yeah, that's it. That's cool. Still quite a few of you on. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any other very, very quick questions, then let me know. But I don't know why I'm saying that because I'm going. Don't forget my live show with Drink Stuff, which is more cocktail orientated, more fun drinks. All the cocktails I've done previously, like whiskey, vodka, gin, all that sort of stuff, will now sit very, very nicely on the Drink Stuff channel. This channel is purely going to be rum going forwards. And yes, there will be elements of gin and elements of whiskey because not all quite a few rum cocktails have those in them. But this is going to be rum first and foremost. So if you haven't done so already, if you want proper cocktails or fun cocktails, go and check out the Drink Stuff channel. Drink Stuff, as in, hang on, I've got a graphic here somewhere. That one. Can we see that in the top corner? Drink Stuff. So that's my live show on Drink Stuff. It's 2 o'clock on Friday afternoons. We drop videos Mondays and Wednesdays. And I might actually start dropping a few more videos. We'll see how that goes. But so Drink Stuff. And just so you can see a big logo is that Drink Stuff. It's just all one word. Just type in Drink Stuff. Search Drink Stuff. That's my other channel. Hide. Which one is it? That one. Hide. There we go. That's better. Right. So there we go. Right. Loads of... I think everyone was just saying bye now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Night, night. Cheers, Pat. Candlefire. Cheers. Oh, hello, Candlefire. Didn't know you were on. Trevor. Sunday fun day. Cool. We're all off. Same here. Thanks for joining us. Bob, Claire, thank you. Yep, that's all I have to say today. I enjoyed that. I think my favourite cocktail was the last one with a bit of sugar added to it. Possibly the Jungle Bird was other than that. So, yes. 2:30 p.m. Right. I'm going to disappear. Hide that. Thank you all. I will see you through the week. Don't forget, daiquiri, Gold Rum Daiquiris drops tomorrow. But there is a follow-up Gold Rum Daiquiri on Wednesday as well. So that is your videos this week. And then already shot, not edited, is we're starting to stock your home bars. That's what's coming up the week after. But I will see you live next Sunday or next Friday if you're with us on Drink Stuff. Toodaloo. That's where I sit here for 2 minutes faffing out trying to find the end screen. Oh, I could just do that, can't I? See you later.